What's purple mixed with orange? Brown. I can rhyme orange with banana. Nana. You make that joke every time. The fool was you, Barry. B. Benson. You might need to switch to, like, regular OBS at this point. I don't know. It was me, Barry. It was me, Barry.
Like it's fantastic work.
It takes so long.
It was a glorious city map when you showed it. Like,
Hello. Okay, that's fantastic. No. No, just the audio mixer doesn't have any of my audio sources on the D&D one, but it has it on the other one. So I don't know how to fix that.
On it doesn't what is this? What program are we using? Foundry doesn't like it. Why is there fireworks?
Foundry.
Yeah.
What?
Foundry doesn't like Chrome without hardware acceleration, but Twitch doesn't like hardware acceleration. It's annoying.
I mean, that's why you use a decent browser like Firefox.
Opera.
Oh!
Or today's sponsor, Opera.
Today's sponsor. Pay me money, please, so I can
Did
pay
that
for
work?
the
I think it worked.
D&D Beyond subscription.
Yes,
I'm not
yes.
sponsored.
Okay,
I
I
just like
fixed
using
it.
shit that works.
No,
What,
it'd
is
be
it working now, Tegan?
if
Let
Opera
me
GX
check.
sponsored us. That would be amazing.
Yep,
I would
audio
really-
is now working on the D&D thing.
That would be amazing.
Woo!
Yeah, I would turn down the money. Like, I'm sorry.
Woo!
For Opera GX?
Yeah, I can't like get behind a sponsorship of a product that I don't sincerely believe in.
Oh yeah.
Like,
What if they
that's-
offered you
that's just the line I can't
$10,000?
cross.
Would
What if they
start
offered you
believing
all
in
the
it?
money in the world?
At that
Yeah, what if
point,
they offered you all the babes in the world?
if they offered me $10,000, that's a price I might actually look at, given the amount of debt that I'm trying to pay down.
What if they offered
highly
you,
doubt that's gonna
like, a large chip? Like a really large chip?
Like a chip
What
the
if they-
size of the sun.
I already make enough money by selling my soul to my university that I can buy my own chips.
Okay, but what
Well,
this
what if they
one's
gave
like
you two
really
You have a free
large.
chip. but free chip.
But what if they
This
gave you
one's like
2 chips?
really large.
But also, I don't eat a lot of chips because diabetes.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
What
It's
if
not
they
really
gave you
a-
a
Next
third of
time.
It's not really a
diabetes?
strong motivator for me there.
What if they gave you insulin? Wait, no. That's not the
I'm
right.
trying to stay off of
Chips
insulin?
away.
That's
Well,
that's
that's
the
not the
whole
What
right
if
deal.
they
one.
gave you chips? No.
What if they gave you
chips?
insulin-free chips?
I mean, I don't want chips though.
Yeah,
What if-
jeez.
What
I
if
think
they
if you
gave
pile
you?
up
they
truck
gave you
steaks, then we'd be talking. But
What if they give you an entire like $1,000, but you can only spend it on chips?
then we're back to the I don't want chips line of inquiry.
Okay, but you'll have $1,000.
Yeah, what if you could get
But I can't
$1,000
spend it on anything
gift
other than
certificate
chips.
to the chip store?
Yeah, but you'll have
Yeah,
$1,000.
I mean, I guess I could buy chips and resell them.
You
for a
gotta look
fraction of
on the
value.
bright. You gotta look
No,
on the
no, you
bright side.
upcharge it because you're a streamer and they were sponsored from
Yeah,
OptiGX.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
but I'm
look
not
on
a
the
fan.
bright
I'm not a
side.
well-known or even like mostly proficient streamer.
Well, you
Just-
will be when Opera
this is a
GX
hobby.
is sponsoring you. They're gonna get you. They gotta get you big for the big bucks.
They gotta bring
Absolutely
you to the
not.
big time. Rush. Oh.
To be fair, I
What's up,
have
Coke?
used Opera GX before and it is pretty
Look,
nice.
I'll tell you what, guys. I will if Opera GX reaches out and contacts me and wants to like foster my career. I'll take you guys with me and make sure you're paid in chips. How about
Yo, I love chips.
Yo.
Fuck yeah.
Can I get the laser wavy barbecue?
No.
Damn it!
that? Ooh, sorry. Only basic lays here.
Ooh, sorry. Ooh, sorry.
Are hot
Sorry.
Cheetos on the table?
No, just chips.
Oh. What about hot Cheeto chips?
If those exist, then maybe.
What is considered a chip? Do poker
Yeah, can I
chips
have
count?
fries? No.
I mean, if you want to be paid in like generic poker chips, I'm sure they can arrange for that too.
Poker chips, but you're only able to
I
use it to
really
gamble.
don't know why I have gotten even a couple sponsorship offers, but I have, and I don't know why.
Well,
Some
I
too
mean,
through
they're
stream
the
level,
ones
yeah.
where they're the ones where if you get a certain amount of clicks, you get the
no,
thing,
no,
but
no,
if you
not the
don't, you
ones
don't.
from Stream Elements, like actual sponsorship offers to my business email.
What are they trying to do?
Shit.
They're trying to get
You
me
check your
to.
email?
Of course, I check my business email. I do business.
Business
Because
man.
it's
Certain
subscribers.
3D printer services and some other
How?
stuff have contacted
what
me.
made them-
What if you did a review? You could do a review.
I
You'd be
didn't
like,
see
"I'll give
that
it-"
my content was the right content for them, so I did not respond. I did not think that it would have
But
been
your
a good
content could just be
investment.
throwing it on the ground really hard, and if it breaks, you give it a 0 star. If it doesn't break, you give it 10 stars.
That's not good enough.
Hit
I
it with a
want to
hammer.
build
Who will
a
win?
brand.
Have 2 different
no,
ones
no.
sponsor you and make a who will win video.
Well, win victory.
Make
Here-
3D print goblin armor.
Here's the thing, Tegan. You could make your brand throw it on the ground.
That is true. However, I'm already doing this like 3D printing thing, so like it's a little bit of a reestablishment.
It'd be a mixture of the two things. It could be a
What if you throw on the ground the things you 3D print?
Like you're making it harder and harder to say no right now.
See, here's the thing.
yeah.
You do
Because
different- you do
this
different
way you
types
get
of
to do
media
your
from
current
different
thing and you get to
companies.
throw things at the ground.
I was gonna say you can use different media from different types of companies. You can use different schematics. You can use different 3D printers. And then once the product is done printing over the course of hours of painstaking work on the machine's part, you throw it on the ground with all of your strength. And if it breaks, it's a 0, and if it stands up, it's a 10.
It is hours of work. Every day I am working on those fucking 3D printers. They're
Exactly.
Slaving over a hot 3D printer every day.
they go up to like 260 degrees Celsius, Tristan.
Yeah.
What's
They're
that in
very
American?
hot. Oh.
Yeah, see, there you go. It's a preview of your new
Okay,
content,
well.
Tegan.
I finished my ramen bottle, so I threw it in my recycling box.
Okay.
And then
Violently.
shattered into a million pieces.
Violently.
Did you get the marble?
Do you want me to take it out?
I mean, if
Hello,
it's
everybody. I'm
shattered.
the dungeon daddy. Tegan, tell us about yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tegan, and I'm Rogue Blades, the party swashbuckler rogue.
Schwarzburgler.
Hello, I'm
Schwarzsparkler.
Nazca. I am the crazy cannon maker of the boat. And I forgot what I was saying. What were we supposed to say?
Yep.
Say
Let's say
something
you did
about
it.
yourself.
Oh,
Yes,
something about yourself.
Okay, good. Czar?
Hi, I'm Czar Beefcake, playing Robert Bob Lynn, a now lizard folk former goblin bard, warlock multi-class. And as you can hear from the rattling in the background on Nazca's microphone, because he has no
Nazca
noise
got a
gate,
marble.
my suffering is eternal.
Where is it?
You should have not mentioned the marble to Nazca.
I
Yeah,
shouldn't
Because
have.
now he's gonna be
God
like
damn it.
this.
Well, I'm
We
trying
just
to
need to
get
have
it out.
Nazca set up his noise gate properly. That's all we need, really.
And a button to turn it off.
Well,
Gotta make sure I
Twitch
yawn
page
right
is
at the
unofficial
start.
fan content under the fan content policy of Wizards of the Coast. We are not endorsed by Wizards of the Coast or other things like that.
But if you want to, that would be great.
But if you want to
It's
sponsor
not-
us, we will not accept. We do not believe in you.
Yeah, you don't match your brand content.
Yeah, I just don't think it's a
Yeah,
good fit,
There's no
Wizards.
party frogs here. There's
I
no
don't think
party
it's a good
frogs here, I'm
fit,
not gonna lie.
Wizards. In fact,
You don't think it's a good fit?
I don't think it's a good fit.
You don't think it's a good fit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not with the other game.
What if they offered you one really big chip?
Fuck, I just might have to. That's a callback, baby.
Well, we did it.
All right,
done,
we're
everybody.
introduced.
We can go home now.
All right, seriously now, stop that.
I threw it in the box. I couldn't get the marble out without breaking it. There's a hammer in the garage.
No. No.
Nazca, sit down.
hammers.
Nazca, sit down. Nazca's gone.
I mean,
No,
I
I would
just
I'm
need
removing-
Nazca. Like,
I'm removing the sale on potions of healing.
I don't use them.
I
like
could
that's
use,
ever stopped us.
I could use a katana to open it.
Like a
I have
bottle
an
of
idea,
wine.
Nazca. I need you to take all of your intrusive thoughts and I need you to put them somewhere else.
In
Put 'em in a
the
box.
bottle with the marble.
Okay, well, just fun while it lasted, everybody. It's time to kill Nazca's character.
Damn.
I mean, that's not hard. We just let Nazca do what he does without any interference. on
That
our
is
part.
true. Just don't interfere.
Do not
Well-
interfere.
I'm so tanky now that it doesn't matter. I will still stand it.
Pull me
You
Malone.
almost die like every other session.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
almost.
if it wasn't for Bob, Roxanne would not exist at this point in the game. Just straight up.
I try to help every now and then.
Yeah, Bob's the only one with healing magic, which is really the
What?
thing that's been keeping
Magic?
Roxanne alive. But
Killing people is also a form of healing magic for your friends.
Yeah,
not when they're
damn
failing
it.
death saves.
I mean, I make sure they don't get hit again, which makes them auto fail too.
I'm a healing
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah, but you can't
That's
use your
good,
healing rock when
Nazca.
you're
That's good,
unconscious.
Nazca.
But other people can. Can my rock?
Actually, I don't think we can.
I'm gonna beam you in the head with a healing rock while you're asleep. Just gonk.
I cast contingency. If I ever go down, it casts cure wounds on me instantly. At
Yeah.
9th level.
8 times.
8 times in a row, yeah.
Yeah.
I use all
That's
of
a
my spell
reference.
slots on cure wounds for an entire day and contingency myself to be at max health the moment I go down.
Jesus.
That's not even that good.
Yeah, but
It's not
like
that's-
wizard
you're a
shit,
wizard.
dog.
That's only like 50 points of healing.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's a valid point, yeah.
Also, the contingency casts cure wounds on anyone next to me, including enemies.
No, contingency can only target yourself. I believe.
Can I heal the enemy?
I mean, you could. I don't
Not
understand
just
why you would,
stab
but you
them
could.
and then heal them again, and then stab
I
them.
give him a health potion.
Okay.
I mean, I understand if you're
Well-
torturing someone, but like
Tegan
beyond
just like
trust
Tegan's
me.
always like, you're
Trust me.
still on that, and then he brings it up all the time.
Oh my god. The reason I bring it up all the time is because you're still on it.
Oh, yeah, sure,
wanna-
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
sure,
I'm
yeah,
on?
sure.
I'm on a
Twitch?
tear.
I'm on twitch.tv/skeleton underscore of underscore
Twitch.tv/skeleton
Twitch.
underscore Twitch.
/. I'm on a chair.
That's a good
I'm
chair.
advertising now
I already
because
advertised.
we're about to go. Yeah.
yeah, I did my advertising as well.
There's a jam port.
Twitch Pain is
That would-
unofficial fan content.
There is a. I just to be clear, I thought you were talking about like a thing on a computer when you said that for what for a
No, I
good
was-
10 seconds.
I was looking at the map and
I-
I just see jam port. Is that where
Yeah,
the
it's jam
music
port.
guy's from? Because they jam there.
Okay, well,
I
we
like to
just
jelly
level
on my
fireballs?
guitar.
the fireballs just got 10 feet higher.
I mean,
I'll
can we
just
just level
dodge.
Fortnacus on the way to Marmalade? Like,
Yeah, we just go
just
there.
fucking take it out.
I'm okay with that. I'll get my B4 howitzer up.
Well, I just gonna take a sip of water before I try to start this game.
Why do you guys complain about you? I make you feel something in this terrible life. And even though that something's pain, it
Okay,
still makes you
everybody,
feel something, which makes
are
me
you
feel
ready to
alive.
play?
I feel
I'm
nothing.
ready to
I've been-
play.
I'm ready to play.
Okay,
eating a hot dog.
let's. Well, that spoiled the moment. Let's play D&D Open RP, gamers. When we last left off, you sailed for like 5-ish days. Didn't make it very far. There was a huge storm. You're trying to get to Marmalade, the Marmalade City. You're trying to get there. You beat a group of lion folk that were trying to kidnap you, and you are now sailing through the Marsham Islands.
We also
Kinda
fed all of the
uneventful,
bodies to
honestly.
the other boat.
That is true. You did feed the bodies to a boat.
Did
Yeah.
anything happen because of that?
More
Yeah.
bodies.
So let's get into the game as we say that. For those of you who are not spending 24/7 working on stuff, Roxanne, you notice that your ally's boat has recovered a bit and has started to regrow some dryads due to their gaining of some bodies. So they're doing their best.
The boat
With that in mind-
hungers.
With that in mind, as the clear skies go by over the day, you guys would have had another long rest in case anyone forgot to take one, or otherwise over the last couple days, you'd all be pretty good right now, and we'd be starting on the next day. So
Cannon.
who wants to roll a D10?
A D10?
A D10.
I got it.
All right.
6.
6.
I'm stuck on party frog.
Yo.
1 second.
A normal sunny day. Huzzah.
Witchcraft.
I'm
You
pretty
guys
good
move
at
3
that.
tiles as the day goes on.
I'd like to
As
tear
the
down
day
ballista
goes by.
and start
Roxanne,
hollowing
you
out.
are you gonna start working on this actual cannon, right? That's your new thing you're doing?
Yeah, I think I'm
Okay.
putting up cannonballs and stuff.
Okay. Roxanne, I need you to make me, with advantage, you have several things giving you advantage. I need you to make me either an intelligence or a dexterity check. That's going to determine how well
Do I get
your
my bonus proficiency as well?
yes, you are proficient with whatever
3.
the
so
tools
I'd
you're using. So
plus 6 and advantage. 20 plus 6. 20 on that.
okay. You feel, as you start working on this, that this is going to be in spite of how comfortable you feel beginning work on this, a very long process to build. However, you think you could do it. So,
I
you
know I
start
can
the
do it.
process.
Yeah. Do I get help from Silent Steve
Yes, that is why you had advantage on this roll.
with my rock?
So you begin on this process of building this boy, this
85
cannon.
millimeter.
Yes, you're building a mounted swivel cannon on the front of your ship.
Disguised as a ballista.
Yes, cool. That's a fun day. I'm actually going to mark off just because I have the stuff. Let's go ahead and let me say
Yeah, how many hours do you think it'll take me to make?
it's gonna take you quite a while. You get the feeling it's gonna take you at least at your like fast speed, probably you feel like it would take you probably about a month to make if you were working normal speed, but since you're double speed, you think it's probably gonna take you at least like a week to a week and a half.
Oh, that's nothing.
With that in mind, I'm just gonna say you go ahead and get uh so I'll say you with breaks in between, otherwise you get 16 hours toward swivel cannon
Okay. 16 hours
for the day
out of how
on
many
your first
hours?
day. I'll let you know when it's done.
Okay, so you're
You
gonna
feel
keep
like
track of that.
yeah,
Okay, good.
I'll keep track of it. So that there goes your first day. It's a sunny, warm day. Nothing out of the ordinary occurs. And we move to the next day. Who wishes to roll?
I'll do it. I'll curse
Yo.
us.
Yo, get us a
Slow us
Kraken. I
down so I
want a
can have the
Kraken.
cannon there.
That's 4.
Okay. Nothing crazy today. The crew does seem to be getting a bit bored as the day goes on and you move
They can
your three
help me if they're
tiles.
bored.
In that
A
case,
bunch of the crew, they you can see a bunch of people start kind of playing cards or otherwise playing some different dice games and stuff like that. Just kind of lollygagging around as there's nothing really to do aside from your job. So when everyone's on off hours, they're just kind of loitering.
well, all right. In that case, Bob's going to do his job as the bard and try and strike up some entertainment.
Yo, do you want to do a performance check? Are you gonna get a rockin'
Yeah, we're going to get a
rockin'
performance
little
check
rolling going?
Um, let's see. Can I get advantage by utilizing the functions of the bagpipe of illusions?
Yeah, you could summon while you're playing it. You summon some different cool smoke effects. You give yourself like an intro scene. Smoke pours up, and then some like fireworks behind you, and you, yeah,
Yeah, clearly just doing a bagpipe rendition of Thunderstruck or something.
yes.
All right, let's see here. That is an 18.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead and pretty well entertain the crew for a couple hours at least while you you play your heart out.
Yo,
The crew does
that's
definitely
toe
seem to
tapping
be
music.
brightened up a bit as the day has gone on. And everyone also kind of it seems like everyone is almost like antsy at this point because there's a lot of money on this ship and everyone was hoping to get a chance to spend some of their money or otherwise maybe even like retire.
Yeah,
You get the
Bob will,
feeling some people were like not gonna actually stay on ship, but you guys shipped off real quick.
yeah, Bob's actually going to try and like kind of talk up the fact that Marmalade is probably a better option to spend their money anyway.
And
It's
life.
probably a better
That
trading
is
hub, and they've
true.
got more opportunities and stuff like that. Basically, trying to make them more enthusiastic about the voyage.
That's fair. With that in mind, day goes by well. And
Cannon. Drop
Oh.
the roll.
I'm on the wrong thing. We were here, right?
Oh
Am I in
god,
the
the
wrong
party
place?
frog.
Oh God.
I'm pretty sure we were here.
I think that's
I think
close enough,
so.
yeah.
You moved
Yeah.
already.
I know.
Click the Bob.
I accidentally, I was using my arrow keys, but I accidentally, I clicked on the Twitch pane notes, but I noticed the party frog moved when I moved on my notes board as well. But we're okay. I'm like 90% sure we were where we are right now. With that in mind, who wants to roll?
Do I work on the cannon more?
Knackers, you roll.
I think it's Nax's turn to
Knackers'
test the
turn.
fates.
Test the fates. Yes.
8.
Okay. The
Oh, no.
winds are good today. You guys get an extra tile.
Yo, good wins.
We're
You
almost
guys
there.
feel like you are gonna get there tomorrow, late in the day.
Another 16 hours.
We're almost free.
So I'm
I
32.
know.
Assuming nothing bad happens.
Well, if it is, it's Tegan's fault. Because guess whose turn it is to roll the die
Ah.
today?
Yo.
You've brought it into existence now. It's gonna happen.
Exactly.
That's okay. I could use some
Yeah.
XP.
Okay.
Nashka
Roll.
keeps. Oh. 8.
Hey.
Okay. With that in mind,
Why am I on
Hockey.
Party Frog? Did I fuck up?
Did you have the token selected?
well, you might have clicked on
Oh.
it, and there's no other token to select right now.
If
It'll
you go
be okay.
to
Okay.
the third tab, actors, expand party, you can select yourself again.
With that in mind, the day continues well. Nothing particularly crazy. About halfway
No, I'm
through
still
the
on
day,
Party
you
Frog.
guys are
Shit. All right.
almost.
It'll be
You
fine.
guys begin to see the continent itself of Henna. I'm like 98% sure it's called Henna. Yes. The continent of Henna, the Marmalade Peninsula. You guys see on the horizon the tops of lighthouses, large walls and towers in them. You see some these kind of like different
Okay, good.
parts
I
that
got
are
it
these
with.
larger like cliff faces that have large cathedrals and
Oh,
such large cathedrals and other
I have
large
such
church-like
sights to
buildings on top
show
of them.
how
As you
worried
make it in the way throughout the day.
how worried are we about the cannon? Like people seeing it and us getting in trouble.
Honestly, you would know that Marmalade is, what would you call this? They are not particularly affiliated with the Purple Empire. Marmalade is like their own city. They're like a city state. They're kind of a sort of sectored off, highly religious city state.
Oh, goblins?
If you want to specifically determine how comfortable you would be and what you would know about it, you could do a history check
Okay.
as you guys come towards Marmalade.
Well, that was also what's like the party, like to them.
Yes. Bob would be able to tell you some stuff about it too, and I can tell Bob about it if he wants, as you guys are getting there.
So could I get advantage since I'm talking to the party, or is it normal?
Just normal for you. This is just like your general knowledge as you're coming there.
Nat 1.
Okay. Roxanne, you've never really been to Marmalade. You know a little bit about the religious stuff that I've already told you, just like the general campaign notes of it, but there's nothing specific about Marmalade that you'd be able to add to the conversation. I know Rogue, you can make a history check too, and I don't think
Ooh.
Bob needs to make a history check. He's been there. Unless he wants to know more about like the history of the city as opposed to just about what it is there.
15.
Bob, do you think we have to hide the cannon?
I mean, probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yes, so I'll say Bob and Rogue together. Rogue, Marmalade is the featured city in a couple issues of The Adventures of Captain Alley. More specifically, you would know Captain Alley makes friends with a what would you call it? A like a little goblin man who he kind of is a bum. He does odd jobs here and there in Marmalade, and Captain Alley kind of goes to him, gets some jobs in his early days when he's trying to become a captain.
This is just like the Adventures of Captain Alley. This is everything I ever wanted.
Yeah,
How
so
does Captain Alley have royalties from the Captain Alley comic books? And if so, how did they pay? How does he secretly
um
have like a multi-million-dollar company where he just sells his stories
Like a
to the
multi-million-dollar comic book franchise.
No, all the money goes to
he has
paying
a
down his
podcast.
bank loan for the boat.
The CACU,
yeah.
Captain Alley Cinematic Universe.
You're not sure. You haven't asked Captain Alley. You have no idea if he's even aware of the comic books.
That's
And if so, how did
fair.
they get the
I'm
story?
not going
Does
to
someone on
ask.
the ship capitalize on Captain Alley? Is someone like secretly like a billionaire on the ship just selling Captain
you-
Alley?
It's
you
Silent
would know.
Steve. He's a writer.
Rogue, you would at least
Oh.
know Captain Alley is significantly younger in the comic books than he is now that you've met him. Right, like hundreds of years younger.
Yeah. I would assume so. This is the early adventures of Captain Alley. I assume it's going to take a while for them to get to the later adventures of Captain Alley. They've only had about 2 seasons so far.
Well, actually, that now that you guys mention it, Bob would actually ask about that, considering he's the most diplomatic of the group, and therefore can diffuse
Bob,
any
I'd
potential
assume
anger.
while you're that makes sense. So while you guys are all discussing what a marmalade is about and such, I'd say you probably bring Captain Alley in to ask what's going on and such too.
Yeah.
So there is I'd say first of all, Bob, what you know about Marmalade. Marmalade is a large city, one of the largest cities in this area. Especially in terms of like density. It's a very packed city compared to a lot of places like Isle Forge around here, where they're more like spread out so there can be lots of farms. Because Marmalade is like a fishing mostly food wise. I say that Marmalade is famous for its marmalade. Initially, it
What
has
about
a
the Marmalade
giant
skies?
a giant set of like orchards and forests and such. And then it also has a large amount of what would you call it? Swamplands, a lot of fisheries. Marmalade produces a lot of food for this area. And you would know, for example, all the way up along it, you have the Pomalo Islands, Tangerine Islands, then the Orange Islands, all the way up north, all the way along the Tangerine Sea. All of these islands produce a significant amount of citrus fruits that all kind of filter throughout the entirety of this sort of subcontinent you're on.
You had this
Gentlemen,
planned out from the beginning.
Bob has found his home. This is where his adventure ends. Goodbye, everybody.
You're literally, you guys are going to Florida.
Oh no, never mind. Turn the ship around. Turn it around.
I just looked up the lyrics
it-
to Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and it starts off with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. This was meant to be the place where you
So,
had your music guy come in from the beginning. Jam port
So-
there. They have music jam.
So Marmalade, you would know, is it's a very old city, and Rogue would probably know about this too. During the last big war, it was a war. So there are some wars that get so big that the gods themselves intervene in them. Marmalade was the site of one of the largest battles during the last big
World
gods war. That it was essentially a place where avatars of gods were summoned and they fought. And there were the winners of it, these 5 good aligned, well, at least like neutrally aligned gods that were all allied with each other, some of them good, some of them neutral, together fought off a couple of evil gods here. And so this city is extremely religious. There are lots and lots of worshippers, probably 90%, if not more, of the population here are ardent worshippers of one of these 5 religions, which you'd know, so I could list them to you. The
Alright.
religions of Lathander, Hyacea, Stronmau, Arathis, and Mistral. So the gods
Lythander,
of like
Hyacea, Stronmus, Arathis, and wait, no, Stronma. Can you relist those?
Stronmau, Lathander,
Lythander,
Hyacea,
Hyacea,
Stronmau,
Stronmau,
Arathis,
Arathis,
and Mistral. And
Mistral,
Stronmau is Stronmaus. It is spelled
Stronmaus,
Stronma. Right.
Stronmau.
English.
Yes. So
I hope there's
all
a
of
girl with
those
kaleidoscope eyes here.
different religions make up the hefty majority of the population of the city, and you would know it is also a minor trade hub of the area. It's much more exports than it is imports. They produce a lot of food, and they have their own forested areas around the city, so they don't really import much. They sometimes will be a little bit sedentary in the city, especially kind of in the richer districts. There's a lot of what would you call it? They don't like goblins. Because of their proximity to the Ugly Islands, there are lots of goblin raid ships to the south, and the people of this area have kind of grown very wary of goblins.
What was our
So
purpose
that
for
would be
coming to the
something that
island again? I kind
Bob
of
would
got lost.
definitely remember.
I kind of got lost in
Which
making a
thing?
cannon. What was our entire reason for coming to Marmalade?
To sell shit.
You guys want to sell shit that's on your ship so you're not encumbered, and you also heard the cantankerous Kyle mention that he had been proffered, attempted to be hired by a man called Bo Davies that was
That's
apparently hiding out in Marmalade.
That's what it was. And what was he trying to do again?
He was trying to raise an army. He was
A
calling
goblin?
himself the Goblin King.
He wants to conquer the Ugly Islands.
With goblins?
I mean, who else would want to conquer the
suppose
Ugly Islands
so.
other than goblins?
Anybody who wants to set up their own personal Tortuga, Tegan.
Like the Pokemon?
No, like the city of pirates. Seriously, my dude.
Well,
look, all right. It's been a long time since I've seen Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, I play more Pokemon than I watch Jack
that in
Sparrow.
mind, the day is rather short as you see off in the distance the coast of Marmalade City come into view. You can see this city stretching along the entire curve of the coast are these walls, and then this big swampy area. You can see little houses dotting in, and you move in to, or at least towards,
Well, I would like to
the
hide the cannon.
entrance to Marmalade City. You hide the cannon as well? Okay.
Yeah,
good.
hide the cannon and also make it not obvious that it's another
Go ahead
cannon
and
up
make
front.
me a stealth or sleight of hand check.
Do you want to
grab
help me?
advantage because everyone's helping you.
Can I have Rogue do it?
You have Rogue hide the cannon?
Yeah, Rogue main.
Roxanne just helps.
Yeah.
Okay, Rogue, you hiding the cannon?
Tegan?
Rogue's dead.
It sounds real bad out of context.
Tegan?
Rogue's dead.
Tegan?
I was
dead.
using the bathroom. I'm sorry. I'm here to hide the cannon.
Jesus Christ.
I be using the bathroom. I'm here to hide the cannon.
He was using the loo.
I be using
okay.
the poop deck.
Give me with advantage a stealth or sleight of hand check.
What's better for me? This advantage. That's gonna be a 19.
Okay. Cool. You thoroughly hide this cannon in the bowels of your ship. You can see also the crew puts on their sort of normal traveler attire. Everybody gets on. They
put
throw
on their
down the
pants.
little fake name, Seize Desire, on the side of your ship. And your giant tree ship, it hangs out behind you.
Yeah.
They don't need sustenance and they don't have money, so I guess they'll just kind of sail around the coast till you come back.
They might eat a few people, but that's not our fault. It's
With
not our
that in
fault.
mind, you put into port. You can see, let's go to the Marmalade map.
Take me down to Marmalade
no.
City.
Everyone in
There we
here.
go.
This is Tristan's big reveal.
Woo! Big map.
Tristan's life work right here.
The city of Marmalade.
I'm still hanging out at 98%. It'll get
Me
there
too.
eventually.
I'm here.
I hope
I'm
this
here.
tangerine tree.
Why are there
Look
two
at
of
this
me?
guy.
There are two of me down
Is there
here.
two of
What?
you? There's not two of you.
What are you talking about?
Oh shit, there's two of you! Get out of here!
Please, Foundry. Please. Please load the map.
I see Czar and NASCAR still loading. It'll be
Oh,
okay.
she's
We'll
wait.
wait.
Your computer's slow.
and
We're further
Nazca's
away. You guys are in the like
blue.
same vicinity.
You're in the same room,
So
basically.
while we
We're about
load
a
the
good
map, I'll just
20
describe.
feet away. Maybe. We're like
You can see
10 to
You're 20
15.
feet away and you're in a call together.
Yeah.
We're
What am I gonna do? Shout 20 feet over there?
Yeah.
Every time I want to talk to him, I'm like, hey, Tristan!
Hey Tegan!
What's
What are you
up?
doing over there?
Can I make a stealth check?
No, you're yelling. They can hear you.
Damn!
Alright, there we go. It loaded.
Alright, glad we
Nice. He's still not here, but that's
Shut up.
okay. We don't care about
that bit
NASCAR.
took
I
long
know,
enough for
nobody-
Zar to load. How long? What other bit can we do till Nazca loads? Hey, Tristan!
The party frog, your ship. You guys sail in. You can see there are these two closable bridge gates that allow ships in at the two like harbor entrances to this city. And you all.
If
Well,
need
also,
be,
we'll go over your
I might
talk with,
I might need to
with-
set explosives on the bridge just in case we need to make an escape.
Plant
No,
some demo
Rogue.
charges. I'm down. Already have them in the ship.
you guys.
You
you
put
guys
one
into
on the
port.
ship.
So, I will say, as you're putting into port, as everything's getting ready and stuff,
Nazca's
you guys
still
kind of
not
settle
here.
down with your captain as well. It's okay. Nazca's having a good old time. He's in
don't know
cyberspace.
why.
He's surfing the web. You put into port, you get yourselves a little bit of a talk with Captain Alley, who informs you that he was indeed here, but those comics are not historically accurate, or maybe they were. It's been 200 years. He doesn't remember all of it or what's in them.
But
He's
does he
seen
know how
some
they're
of them.
made?
He doesn't read them. He doesn't want to know.
Does he publish them?
I choose to believe otherwise.
He is not affiliated.
Silent Steve.
Silent Steve, the silent publisher.
God, that would be a hell of a twist.
Silent Steve's just been making a shit ton of money off making up stories. And he just used Captain Alley as an insert. He's just like, I can't come up with a name. My employer.
Yo, so Steve living his own life, dog.
That's kind of how people usually are, though. They usually be living their own
so-
lives.
Captain Alley does let you know he does currently have a bit of a contact in this city. If you guys are looking for jobs to do or otherwise, it's not the Goblin from the comics, right? Because it's been like 200 years. But there is.
How long do goblins live? I want an
Let's put it
autograph.
this way. I'm a particularly long-lived goblin. I'm in my 30s.
You see, Rogue is visibly upset at hearing this.
Why can't they
fact.
live long?
You see-
I think they're capable of
there
living
is-
like up to 60 or something, like 50 or 60, but like most of them do
They
not
don't
survive to
normally
old
live
age.
that long. Yeah.
I wanted an autograph. I wanted an autograph.
Why is it taking forever?
Well, with the intention that you guys will get paid after they've sold stuff, they'll divvy out the money because it's
As well as like
they haven't
divvy
sold
up the
stuff yet.
loot after of the
Yeah.
people. Yeah, after they sell all the stuff from the people, like the extra weapons and stuff.
No, I was using the iron.
Captain
Oh.
Ali lets you know there
Here we
is
go. Wow, that's huge.
What about the
Wow,
bows?
what the
Do you need
heck?
the iron from the
Whoa.
bows?
Wow, that is
Huge and
detailed.
Like I said,
detailed.
this map is a fucking masterpiece. Like, look at this
Detail.
shit.
I'm a gamer
Why is
god.
there a penis?
Don't talk.
Tristan, why don't you make maps for people for D&D for money?
They don't pay me.
Why don't
Pay me
you
money,
like
I'll make you a map. $200.
this?
$200.
Sell your
$200.
services on Fiverr.
$300.
I mean, if it's something you're doing compulsively anyway, then you might as well make money off of it. Am I right?
You too can buy the city of Marmalade.
Am I right, gamer?
Do you like what you see?
You like what you see here? You too can buy the
There
city
is
of
There is
Marmalade.
an old goblin that kind of does odd jobs around the city. He was a grave digger and a guard for some of the
Man.
cemeteries in this
Fucking
area.
capitalism here. You can't even get by with one job. Hot damn.
He was a grave digger and a cemetery guard. As well as the last time Captain Ali was here, he was working with some of the trade docks and kind of taking in shipments.
Can't even survive on one job these days.
He's a little goblin. He was getting quite old at the time, which was probably 5+ years ago.
Oh no.
His name is Oblock, and
Oblock.
he would hang out. You're informed he would hang out at the All Roads Inn, which, if you look at the map, is up here.
All right, so we're gonna avoid
Okay.
that place because they're obviously trying to get lead there.
So that's one thing Captain Ali lets you know. If you're looking for someone who would kind of know things about the underbelly of the city, that's the person Captain Ali says you should go talk to. If
What's
you
a
guys are looking for someone
reliquary
hiding
again?
out here.
What's
A reliquary is a place where oddities and cool things are collected.
Oh, it's a knick-knack shop.
Yes. You guys look in off into the city and kind of step out onto the
Wow,
docks. I
this is
assume.
such a cool city. It's like
This
someone
city.
put
Let me describe
60
this city
hours
itself.
worth of work into
This
here.
city is Marmalade is a very large, very densely packed city that is it's coastal, so the entire surroundings you can see that are along the coast are these kind of like built up layers of dirt and rock that have kind of been stacked up over time in order to create a sort of levee that the water kind of rushes against now. As opposed to being large beaches, there's very few beaches along the main
No
city front
beaches.
of this city. You have to go more down into like the sides of the swamps
Is
to
the
see.
swamp like the bum area?
It's more down here in like this swamp area. You can see there's lots of like orchards and farms. And then as you go up into more like the forest area, there's even more orchard kind of things. You get the feeling that most of the fruit and food is produced kind of on the like edges of the city, both the like eastern coast and then that western forest and swamp area. Looks like most of the fishing and growing of things is done. And then the city itself, the like central part of the city is this like stretch of walls that kind of go along the coast in some parts and then kind of stretch all the way across east to west across the north half of the city that that block off most of that area from anywhere. You can see the entrances to the city to like the main thoroughfare are all blocked off by these large closable like bridge dams almost.
Damn.
And you can see so there's like this entrance area that you guys enter into, which is the chancery kind of area. You can see there's these the main brunt of buildings in this city are all these like red roofed wooden buildings that kind of stretch in different directions all throughout the city. You can see these very small alleyways between them, each building being like 1 or 2 stories. You can see many buildings have their own shops in them or built onto the front of them, or there's different marketplace shops and like tents built out on the like walkways in front of a lot of the buildings throughout the city. As you guys step off the ship, you would see just this dock area, which you can see. It's not a super big dock area. The like shipping in this area is kind of toned down, mostly due to the goblin attacks. So the main area that ships out stuff into the rest of the place is up in Jamport. So the docks are much more defended in this area and much less used for shipping. You can see there'd be like to your left as you step out, there is the Stronmau Chancery, which is this large island, essentially, a couple 100 feet wide and long, covered in these just intricately made blue buildings, all looking very richly designed, covered in shops of just these draped fabrics. And it looks like that Chancery area is one of the main places of trade in the city. It also seems like there you see a lot of kind of what would you call it? They are some of them are short, some of them are tall. It looks like maybe they're halflings and humans, most of the population in the area you step out onto, walking around in these very long, flowing blue robes with these big blue hoods that kind of come over them and kind of cover their eyes partially. You can see them kind of walking around in these long lines of like 10 or more hooded figures. Just kind of walking in between different shops, maybe sending messages or otherwise doing some sort of clerical duties almost. You can see directly in front of you, there is this long stretch of just, it looks like houses, probably some sort of like dockhand houses or otherwise. You can see lots of people, again, bringing different items back and forth between shops. And then up and to the left from where you guys get off, there is this massive 3-story building that looks like it's probably a good almost 100 feet long and wide on either side. Just this massive building, which has this big sign on the front that you can almost read from here that seems to read Horde o' the Storm Lord, which looks like it's probably a big shop of some kind.
Like a mall?
Like a
Yeah,
horde?
it's not like it's looks
An
like
outdoor
it's probably
mall?
a place where people fence things. It might be a fence of some kind. Looks like there's lots and lots of interior shops. There's open parts to this building and closed parts.
Like a
Then
market?
to your right, you see there looks like there's a tavern that is kind of across a bridge. There's some like statues and flowers around it. Just this big blue topped 2-story building that's called the Joyous Sea and Sky. And then down the way, you can hear kind of traveling over the water of this area. There appears to be a blacksmith further away in at least one direction. And you all step off into this bustling city, different members carrying carts around, dragging different materials in them to and fro that you kind of have to weave between as you step up into the city. I guess what's your business here?
Ah, missed that Sierra. Welcome to Marmalade, friends.
Aye, it has been many moons since I've seen this place.
You've never been here, Rogue.
Shh. They don't know
Man,
that.
the Marmalade skies are pretty.
Look, we're not amongst the crew anymore. It's just the 3 of us. We all know
Someone
what's up.
might be listening.
It is of note. Do you bring anyone with you on this wherever you happen to go?
Excursion.
I mean,
You can if you guys want, like, you have a couple people on the crew that you're more like friends with or that you specifically befriended. If you want them to come with the party when you head places, you're welcome to mention that you'd like them to come.
Oh,
They don't have to
got-
come though if you want to be more
We
secretive.
bring the entire crew with us.
I guess we could see if Kelly and Jibblejop want to go drinking with us.
Yo, Kelly and Jibblejop.
Okay, you can invite them. Are you going? Your first goal is to go drinking.
I
Yeah,
think
Bob wants
so.
to take them to his favorite bar, which coincidentally is also like the most like the seediest version of a biker bar that exists in this city.
You want to go to the
Whatever
bouncing
that is.
banjo.
The Bouncing Banjo, that's the one.
Yo.
That's where he got his career started. He found the dead bard in the alley outside of the Bouncing Banjo.
Bob's gonna
Okay,
go
with that
up
in
with
mind,
Jake
you go ahead
instead
and
of Ray.
you invite Kelly and Jibblejop, and you can see all of you make your way through the city, across several bridges, in and around. You skirt up past some guard towers and otherwise around this massive, beautiful basilica, just this giant orange and kind of peach colored cathedral that has multiple stories. You can see stained glass windows on it. You would know, Bob, this is the Mistral Basilica, which is the kind of forefront church around the College of Magics that you would have kind of frequented around, but probably not too closely into anyone to avoid discovery of your kind of shenanigans.
Fair.
Good to
You make
keep a
your way
wide
around
berth.
that.
Where was Captain Nally's contact again?
Up here at the All Roads Inn.
It's all right. We're going bar hopping. We'll get there eventually.
Yo.
You make
bar
your way
hopping an
through
entire city.
You make your way through the more rich districts of this area and into the fish market square, where there are just hundreds and hundreds of buildings that are more ramshackled, and you can see pretty much every building, or at least every building that's anywhere near the coast, has these large open fronts that just have lines of different types of dried fishes, meats, fruits, just things that they're selling. And there's almost like these carbon copies of each one at each little shop. So you can try to kind of go through and haggle, find the best prices or otherwise for any given sorts of like fish or otherwise that you're looking for. And you kind of make your way around that and eventually find yourselves through some back alleys into the Bouncing Banjo Inn. Now, the Bouncing Banjo Inn is this red-roofed, one-story, kind of, it's partially built into the ground. You get a feeling at some point, it almost like, it must be an older building that sunk into the ground and was rebuilt because there's this whole undersection that's kind of just been left open. So you step in to just this almost like square bar section that's kind of got this big sunken dirty just hole in the center of the building that has just like random ladders and stairs going down into parts of it, and past that there's this actual bar area that's just a probably 10-foot long little bar section that's just got a large cabinet in the back filled with different looking wines, beers, just different alcohols and drinks of different kinds. And then a small, not even completely closed off, just like curtained off stove area where there is a halfling woman currently cooking. You can see the bar is currently empty. As it's not, you're just barely before the time of day when people would start drinking in this
Means
area.
happy hour.
Happy hour, it's a couple hours.
So it's 5 o'clock somewhere,
you're-
all right?
Yeah, you guys are you would know happy hour is a little bit later in the day here. People tend to work all day, rest a bit, and then get up and go do whatever partying
Work
they're
all
going to
day,
do.
drink all night.
The parties in this area are not necessarily very what would you call them? They're not usually extremely hectic. The parties in the College of Magics can get a little bit more hectic, but usually in this area, people are a little bit more tame. The one thing I will say in the Bouncing Banjo Inn specifically, that's kind of where the more rambunctious people in this part of town come, though. So with that in mind, as Roxanne begins to dance about the town, to
I think
flit
we're
around,
triggering Roxanne, the limit of Roxanne's ADHD.
It's like
I don't have
it's like when you
ADHD.
first get the character in BioShock Infinite and they're just dancing around the town while you're trying to catch up with them. Mr. DeWitt, bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
let me. So this is kind of
Roxanne's wandered off into another part of town and is no longer part of the group.
Roxanne's dead. Roxanne, return to your post, please. Yes. So you guys are in again a half-sunken sort of red building. This big kind of fallen out center of the building that's kind of been built around or otherwise built into to allow for more seating. And then this bar on the back, which currently looks like the sort of human bartender. You kind of notice him jumping around trying to figure out who is ordering what from some of the tables in the area. He's kind of haphazardly trying to climb up and down different ladders and stairwells with different bottles and plates of food in his hand. So I'd say, Bob, you'd recognize both these people from when you were here. They're still the same people. There is what's his name? So here's the problem. His name is Kyle, but we're gonna change that.
Okay.
To Kevin.
No, we already have a Kevin. There's
What
so many
about
Kevins and so many Kyles.
Steve?
Jared.
We have Steve.
Garrett.
Jared. First name. His name is Jared Garrettson.
Jared Garrettson. All right.
So instead of Kyle Garrettson,
Son of Garrett Garrettson.
Jared Garrettson.
Can you guess his dad's name?
And you would know the.
Can you guess his dad's name? It's Kyle. Kyle
and then,
Garrettson.
You would know Sky, the
Oh.
female halfling cook. Currently in the back, cooking up something.
Cooking up a
Which, as you
storm
enter,
in there.
As you enter, there's this strong smell of alcohol, and there is just this this sort of almost a run-down sounding twang as the doors open, and it looks like there are probably 4 families of people. Like it's a mother, a father, and like 3 or 4 children at 4 separate tables. Who are
Jesus
all
Christ.
currently they're the only patrons, and there are children screaming right now. You can hear as you enter this bar. You are just before the night crowd shows up, and it seems like there's some families that have decided they wanted to have dinner here for God knows why.
I was saying that's
And
a really fucking creative choice on their part.
I'm happy. Well, if they're all screaming, I
It's
would understand why
Florida,
they
okay?
If they're all screaming, I would understand why they want to go to a bar.
You can see there is Sky in the background who is frantically cooking something. The smell of several different potato-y dishes.
Oh, come on,
comes
Reginald.
through.
Let's see how the other half lives.
And it looks like there is one fish being cooked at the bar that's like kind of visible through the side of this curtain. It looks like they probably served a bunch of fish already, and the children want more food or something. You're not exactly certain. You enter this just insane scene that you have never seen here before, Bob. You almost feel like there may have been an attempt at rebranding at some point when sales went down, or you're not even sure. The main thing that you notice a distinct lack of is any sort of music or banjo playing. as you see, there is a little stage that is currently half
was waiting for
sinking
that.
into the ground on the right-hand side of the bar that is kind of in disrepair.
I'm so happy
that
you're
is
not like one of
empty.
those kids.
Okay. Does a banjo qualify as a lute for proficiencies?
Is it time for
Um,
Bob
I'm
to
so
make a
happy
little
you're
bit of music
Rogue.
himself?
I'm so happy you're not
Okay,
like those
I will
kids.
say, so the closest thing to any sort
What
of
do you mean by
guitar
that?
in the D&D
In
stat
what
block, I believe,
way?
is a lute.
Screaming your head off.
So I would say you
I
probably are
agree. I
able to play
agree.
guitars and banjos.
Okay. Is there a spare banjo here?
Bob, do you think you can make those kids shut
Bob,
up
you
with your
kind of
bagpipe?
enter, and you can hear like, "Mummy, mummy, I want another potato salad, mummy." And you can see there is indeed on the wall there it looks like there is a smashed bowl with some sort of greenish potato salad kind of smeared down the wall.
Yet again,
I
Rogue, I'm
I
happy
was
you're
gonna-
rather
not those
angry.
kids.
John.
All right, so basically my goal was I was going to, if there is a spare banjo, I was going to play it for branding reasons, but otherwise I can do the bagpipes.
Okay,
My goal was to
make me
tell everybody to go to the bar, and then I was going to try and essentially fascinate the children with a performance to hopefully get them under some semblance of control.
There is no
Cast a
such thing
spell
as
so that they get
control when
into a
it comes to
trance and fall asleep.
children.
Cast sleep on all the kids.
oh dear lord.
I mean,
Bob,
I
could you
guess
make me an
sleep on
investigation check, as
patrons.
it sounds like you kind of send your other friends to the bar. You all head up and kind of sit waiting. You can see this Jared fellow. Ooh,
That's
an
really good.
investigative one.
21, yeah.
With that in mind, everyone, you see as you kind of all skirt around this little built-up wooden section on the left-hand side of the bar that allows you to kind of haphazardly get to the bar
How
itself
does
without having to go
Drop
down
get in
into the
there?
hole.
'Cause isn't Drop
Jibble Drop, he has to kind of shimmy and shuffle on the wall to get to the
Shimmy yeah,
bar.
shimmy yeah, shimmy yeah.
When was the last time you drank?
No.
Drank Jibble Drop?
Apparently it's been thousands of years. That's not my voice.
Let's see if you can hold up.
Jibble
see
Job, what
Kelly's
happened
just
here?
like,
No, that's not my
I
voice
still-
either.
Kelly's just like, I steal beers every once in a while from the ship, but I don't know exactly. I've never been like really drunk. And all of you, the four of you, as Bob kind of heads over to look under this stage, you head to the bar. You can hear Jared says, just a moment, I'll be over with all of you. And
Understandable.
Bob,
I
you-
hear the yelling kids.
Bob, you head over to this stage and kind of look around on top of the stage, peer under the stage, and you can see under it there are a few assorted sets of different instruments, including a banjo that have kind of been forgotten here.
All right, a second here. And,
It's banjo time.
yeah, hold on. Let me check something real quick. Let's see. I don't have prestidigitation for some reason. Okay, I'm actually going to mind meld with Roxanne and be like, hey, you have prestidigitation as a
No.
spell you can cast? Wait, really?
No.
For the amount of times prestidigitation has been mentioned, you'd think someone would know it.
Yeah, you'd think someone would know it. I'm
No.
gonna.
Can I
you know,
even
I'm gonna-
learn that? Let me. I don't even think I can.
I'm gonna
learn
use
that. Is that a spell
prestidigitation
or-
to blast the eardrums of these developing
I thought
children.
for sure I had as a cantrip because I usually pick that one, but I guess I don't.
They will not be
You're a
able to
card
hear
thrower
later
now.
in life because
Let
of
me.
me.
Yeah, I don't think I can learn prestidigitation.
All right, I'll go ahead and check with Kelly then. See if he knows. It.
Yo, Kelly.
Kelly.
Oh no, I can learn prestidigitation. I just never did.
Kelly's like, no, but I can what's your problem? I can do other stuff.
I was just trying to do something flashy to get people's attention. Essentially, what I'm looking for is the help action on a performance check.
Oh. Gosh. Oh. Oh.
Um,
It's time. You can see Kelly looks at Jibble Job.
I can mold
both of
her or
them-
something.
Both Kelly and Jibblejob hold out their staves. Their what even does Kelly use as a
Jibblejob
thing?
casts Thunder
Ah,
Strike.
yes, both of their staves.
Cast lightning
Jibblejob
bolt on
casts
Bob.
lightning bolt on the
You can
children.
see vines kind of grow out of the side of the stage on both sides to the ceiling and kind of pull taut so the stage is upright.
Nice. Right.
And Bob the big lizard man,
Well,
Bob
the
the
small
big
lizard man.
lizard
He's
man.
the
goblin
small
sized.
lizard man, the goblin-sized lizard man.
He's a Komodo dragon lizard.
Bob the goblin-sized lizard
Um,
man.
And then Bob will take the banjo and say, "Hey kids, ever wonder why this was called the Bouncing Banjo Inn?" And then start playing his heart out.
You don't even give them a chance to answer. Yes, it's performance check. Let's go.
Let's fucking go!
And with the help action, can I get advantage on the check? Because I really don't want to fuck this up.
But it's
Okay,
so
but
funny
it's so funny if you
fuck
fuck
it
it
up.
up.
Can we help him by acting excited and cheering him on?
You wanna
Yeah!
make if okay? I will say
Woo!
if he
Yeah, Bob!
if he rolls poorly, I will allow you guys to make a deception check to try to allow him to re-roll.
Ooh, I like that. I'm very good at
Okay.
deception.
Oh, there we go. 20. All right, we're good.
As you can see, Roxanne and Rogue, everyone starts sort of cheering for Bob as he enters,
Clapping.
as he walks onto this little, like 7x5 stage, sitting on the side of this, just right before this big 10-foot hole in the ground. Bob, you begin to strum the banjo, and you play a fanciful melodic melody that, what would you say is the I feel like bouncing has to be the signature word for your melody. Just this.
Really
This-
put me on the spot here.
Start singing Big
Just
Balls by
hopping up and down.
AC/DC. Bouncing balls from left to the right.
Is okay. Is it is your song child friendly? That's the question.
It's child friendly and in fact has no lyrics. It's something akin to like dueling banjos that's just like meant to show off the instrument.
You're like hopping back and forth in the stage, switching between banjo
through
styles.
the fire and flame.
Pretty much. Like and then like
You just start playing through the fire flames. On
You can see.
banjo.
he does work the
especially the
stage
younger
and uses
kids.
his boots of spider climbing to like occasionally just like be up on the vines.
Ooh.
On
Like
a
at
cold
like
winter
an impossible
morning,
angle
in the
before
time
like doing
before
a
the
flip
light.
back onto the
Doesn't
stage,
Michael
playing the entire
Jackson win?
time.
Nice. There's some. Oh yeah, you can fully Michael Jackson. You don't even have to try.
Yeah, exactly, because my boots are stuck
Just
to the
out of
floor.
just out of the slippers. You just you just lean on them and they stay on the ground. Okay, yes. You can see, especially the younger looking kids, very quickly begin to like clap along and point excitedly at the banjo player. You can see after a couple minutes of playing the banjo and otherwise, some meals actually finished and prepared get brought out to all these children, and they begin to actually eat. And you can see the adults with like fully empty plates, just like watching on, like at least it's calm for now. You can see
At
a
least
couple
there's
I
no
crossed
can
screams.
fingers.
I can make him
Um,
permanently calm. Start reaches for sword.
And you can see as
Let's turn
as
this
Jared the
party
bartender,
into a bloodbath.
Jared the bartender, he gets everyone served out and heads over to the bar itself and goes, "Well, everyone, I'm Jared, and welcome to the Bouncing Bar Inn. I gotta say, who's your friend over there? He's very
Bob.
lively. I haven't seen any Bob.
Yeah,
Aye,
he
that
used to
be
be a
Bob.
goblin and now he's a lizard.
Bob, who used to be a goblin.
Yeah.
Is this?" He like looks over. Well, I'll be darned. That Bob. Okay.
Yeah, that Bob.
It's good to see him back. He's kind of picking up the place. I gotta say, we've had a little bit of an identity crisis since Bob left.
Same.
We don't have this. Let's just say, most of the people around here who have a chance at being some sort of bard or otherwise magical caster usually end up not here. So we run low on people who are extremely well trained to hire as our
Just
musical
have open
people.
mic days.
Is he look? We tried that. We
You
tried
can even
open.
have
We tried a.
comedians.
Listen, we've tried kids eat for half price, and well,
You
they
can see how that's going.
people buy things. it's, uh,
Have you tried open mic comedians?
well, not not exactly. Do you have? Does anyone want anything? Is anyone interested in anything?
What
We
you
have.
got?
Well, if you need anything hard, that's doable. Anything cheap, we've got quite a bit of that. If you're looking for something more expensive, we do have some blue leaf wine
Do you
in.
have pretzels?
You're looking for pretzels. We can have some pretzels made. We don't. Yes.
What's your
Sky.
specialty dish here?
Specialty dish. Ooh. Okay. Uh. Well, we do mashed potatoes a lot. We do. We have some carrots. I got we. Sky, do you remember the do we have any of the roast beef still? You can see Sky kind of looks at him like it has been 2 months since anyone has asked for anything like that. Yeah, I can whip something up. Uh, you see you see Sky over in the corner there starts haphazardly grabbing together some stuff, trying to make something that is not a sort of a bland palate that a child might order. And
Chicken leggies?
yeah, we have chicken. We have chicken. We have breaded chicken if you need that. Yeah, yeah. Make that. We can make he looks rather frantic. It looks like he hasn't done this part of this job in a while.
Entertaining guests
Yeah. Entertaining guests that
aren't
Have
children.
brain
are
cells?
ordering stuff that's
Flavorful.
not one or two ingredient things.
Oh,
Uh,
I
It
mean,
seems a little bit like this shop might
it's like
be
a
on its last
McDonald's.
leg.
I
It
mean, to
looks
be
like
fair,
as you're kind of in here looking
I
around.
would love some fried fish if you have just fried fish.
We've got plenty of fish. Yes. It's well, we had plenty of fish this morning. No one's been out to market yet. But I'm sure some markets are still open. I'll go get some fish.
Aye, thank you so much.
You can see he as Bob is playing and otherwise he kind of
I'm going to tip well.
he actually sets out a jug of what looks like probably water and another jug of what looks like a very cheap
I
you get the
would
feeling
like.
wine of some kind, and he sets out some glasses and charges out the back door.
Oh, I was gonna tell him I'd like some
Um,
pretzels and
You asked for
shrimp.
yeah, they look
Pretzels
like
and
the
shrimp.
oh and shrimp.
Yeah, yeah.
can
I want
can
coconut
Rogue
shrimp
sleight of hand
Coconut
put
shrimp.
and pretzels. With
can
French
can
fries.
Rogue sleight of hand put water into his glass instead of wine, and so people don't notice? Rogue's
You
not-
grab the water and the wine and kind of do the thing with one arm wrapped around the other, so, so they
Yeah.
can't tell in a second which
Yeah.
make a sleight of hand check.
Alright, oh fuck, character sheet. Sleight of hand, normal, 6.
Oh no.
It's not that bad.
You
Bob
are kind
notices
of
from the
pouring
stage.
it. The door closes and you can feel the leg of your chair is kind of wobbly, and as you start doing this kind of fancy motion with your hands, you kind of wobble back and you knock a glass off of the next to you, and it just hits the ground and shatters.
You don't want to drink the wine, do you, Rogue?
I shape water so they don't have to mop, and I shape water to pick up it and put it in another glass so they can clean it up. And I start just
The
picking
water
up the
comes
glass.
when- Okay.
Rogue, we're not gonna
Rogue
shame
gets
you if you
down on
don't
the
want to
ground
drink
and
the
begins
wine.
to pick up glass shards off the ground.
Aye, this
Rogue
happens
is just
sometimes.
breathing heavily.
I'm trying. Rogue is trying his best, man. It's
Kelly
not the
just
best
reaches
day.
out and grabs the bottle of wine and doesn't pour it or anything, just starts drinking from the bottle. Like, not really clear as to... You're not clear how much Kelly is aware of, like, how much alcoholic things are or what they do.
It'll be fine.
She
The
just
le-
takes a
the-
big glug of it.
The more
What
that
about
Kelly
Jibble
is able to
Jibblejop is
drink,
looking
the
at her
less
and she,
I
like,
get to drink.
finishes. And Jibblejop is, like, eyeing it, and she, like, hands it to Jibblejop, who also just takes it and just takes a big
Alright.
But
swig of-
Jibblejop's like 4 times the size of Kelly.
Yes. Jibblejop's like 8 times the size of Kelly. He's like 4 times.
I'm noticing a flaw in my plan. I am the only socially competent member of the party, and I left
And
the other
you
4
left.
unsupervised.
And you left.
I'm still in the same place. I'm just not actively supervising and corralling you.
I'm just trying to clean up some glass, okay? Not all of us
You
are
have
spend our
apple
lives
juice?
pouring drinks. I'm used to nice contained bottles.
Can I have some apple juice, please?
And I'm looking forward to the next
Apple
campaign we
juice.
play where I'm not a
I will
social
say-
character and you guys have to manage on your own.
I will say,
I'll play a
Jared
social
comes back
character then.
quickly. Jared comes back quickly with a like a weaved basket that looks like it's full of ingredients. Brings it over, sets it next to Sky, and comes back. Kind of claps his hands together. Yes. What exactly are you?
I'm just on the
looking
ground
for the
cleaning up
gods.
glass.
Kind of points over. There's some fish. We've got pretzels. I laid out. Don't. You can see like a broom very quickly comes out. He goes, don't worry about it. He sweeps over to the side.
Thank
see
you.
it quickly
Sorry.
disposed in the trash. Don't worry about it. We
constantly get broken
it's fine.
glass with all these
I'm
liquids,
excited to
don't you?
have people at the bar again.
As
He
excited to have people with brain cells.
Hot damn, am I gonna tip well?
yes.
I
So
don't know anything other than tipping
you
well.
two. He kind of points at Kelly and Jibblejop and goes, do you either of you have anything you
I'm
one-
surprised he ran off with. He went to get to the store before he got their order.
you can see Kelly goes, can you make Kelly for a second, she's like looking around, she's like, clearly Kelly does not know like many types of foods. She like holds out a really big beetle in her hands and goes, could you cook this? Jibblejop goes, how many of those you got? she's like, I got a couple more. Do you want one too? He goes, I mean, what's it taste like?
Never mind. This is the best decision I could have possibly made.
He goes,
If Jibblejop ate fish, would he be cannibalizing himself, or he's
fish
fine?
eat fish all the time, and he's also
Also-
not a fish.
Oh, so how much
Yes.
is that? You had said there was like something like blue leaf wine, blue flower wine,
Yeah, blue leaf wine. Yes,
blue leaf wine. How expensive is that per bottle?
Oh, the blue leaf wine is 2 gold pieces per bottle, and your food so far is about probably 5 silver pieces. I don't think we can cook
How
that
many-
for you if you.
How
put,
many
like, a
people do we
shrimp,
have
maybe?
back
We could
on
just
the? How
boil
many
it.
people do we have back on the ship?
You have quite a few. You have what? Don't you have? I think you have 14 members of the crew besides you guys.
That's only 28 gold pieces. Can we
buy
get
you have
the whole
12
entire-
because I think that's
how
inclusive of
many
that.
Buy out the-
how many bottles of
Yeah, buy
that
out
blue
the-
leaf
okay.
wine do you have?
We have. Opens the cabinet. 3 bottles of that.
Aye, I'll take all 3.
Okay, that'll be 6 gold pieces. He pulls out all 3 bottles and puts them on the counter.
I take out
have
I take out
apple
my my
Apple juice. Yes,
my-
if you want some fruit juice of any kind.
I take out my
you want it
little
mixed with anything?
No, just apple juice.
I have multiple different pouches for each like different coin, and so I take out the gold pouch, and it's 386 gold pieces, so it makes a noticeable thunk as it hits the table.
About 380 gold pieces.
Yes, so 300. So I count out 6 gold pieces, and I put an extra one on there. All right, and I'm like 6 and 1 for a tip. Hey, 6 and 1 for a
Thanks
tip.
a lot. Apple juice as well. You can see he gets out some regular glasses as well on top of it just to replace the broken one and have something other than wine glasses on the table. Apple juice for you, Roxanne, given
Yeah.
out.
Does he
You
have
can
a
see they
venti
have.
straw?
Does anyone need ice or anything like that?
I would like ice
We
and
have
a
a
venti
little bit of
straw.
a bendy straw, like a
I
like what? What do you
What is
mean,
plastic?
like a straw that's I have you can see he opens
like
a
a
drawer.
reed.
He opens so you can see he pulls out there seems to be an ice chest. He pulls out some ice and kind of cracks it onto the counter, and there's a bunch of ice cubes now sitting there, and he
Got a toilet
tongs
paper
out some
roll.
ice if anyone wants it. And then he pulls out some paper straws.
Are
Just
they bendy?
some he like goes, I don't think this is gonna no. It looks like it'll rip if he bends it.
Boba
Yeah, it's
tea
been like
lives on
300
How do
our
you make a
innate
bendy
desire
straw?
of
You have,
slurping
like,
tadpoles up
crippled.
through a reed.
There's like dimples, and you pull it out.
But like I
Also, can I offer one of the
I
blue
don't
leaf
know how
wines to
to
Kelly
do
and Jibblejop?
oh
It's been 300 years
and
since
see
I
Kelly
gotta
goes,
use the bendy
"Thanks!"
straw.
just takes
This
it and
is so
starts
sad.
chugging.
I enjoy.
Do you have both?
So,
What is that?
Don't worry about it. I
well,
get wild
Rogue
ideas.
has had his entire stint of money completely upended at this point, because he thought gold was just a normal thing you use to buy like anything.
You
like,
thought gold was
Something like
like
gold was very
plague.
inexpensive, and so he
you have like a house on you right now.
yes
You have a few houses.
And in like having this
Depending
person
on how big
describe
you wanna
this as
buy,
an
yeah.
expensive wine, he thought it was going to be like tens of platinum. As he is,
You thought gold was the base unit of like money.
yeah, I thought, and like he's got all these silver coins. He thought those were play money. So he is slowly learning the actual value of money, and also he's probably going to leave an exorbitant tip as he has no idea how this stuff works.
You
Okay.
are a child.
Mm-hmm.
You can see
A child with
everyone
no
is-
access to money for a majority of their life.
after about 5 to 10 minutes, there is brought back a sort of like a crab, but it's a big beetle.
I mean,
Prepared through looks like
Ooh, that looks
simmering
good.
down.
mean,
You
some
can
butter.
see
I've heard of worse
we are
things.
presented. And yeah, a little
Probably order
cup of
something for
butter
Bob.
next to both of them. A pretzel, a big like a hand rolled pretzel with some salt dashed on top of it. It's put in front of you. Any toppings?
On the
We've got
pretzel?
we've got cheese of different types. I've got
I'll just take some melted cheddar.
okay, classic. Goes back to the sort of frozen chest area, pulls out a little bit of cheese and
What do
hands
you
it
think
to
Bob would want
Sky,
to
who
eat just so that he can have something
cooks
prepared?
it up.
I mean, I was assuming Bob would want one of the blue leaf wines, so I'm probably going to give Bob one and Captain Ali one,
That's not food.
Yes, I know. I'm not exactly certain what Bob would
Probably
like
something
to eat.
meat.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Maybe just like a
Maybe
whole
more fried
pig.
fish, or
Maybe just a whole pig.
maybe.
Can you cook a whole pig?
Hey,
Jared?
what do you have for
You-
game meat? What do you have for game?
Oh, well, we've got venison and pheasant on the hand,
All right.
and
That should be
if-
more than enough to pick from.
We want
I'm,
a
I'm-
giant slab of meat for the little bard on stage.
like, do
Can
you
we
want,
can we get a big old platter of varying forms of venison and pheasant prepared for our bard
like
friend?
a charcuterie board, maybe?
I mean, I
Big
was thinking
fancy
more.
word. I like it.
I mean, yeah, big and fancy, but I was thinking more of like a more of like a showing of different preparations of breast and thigh and different meats from the pheasant, as well as whatever cuts of venison you have seared and or
Sounds too
fried.
fancy. This is Bob we're talking about. I think he just wants a giant slab of meat and be happy.
That could also work. Last time I think it was maybe part of a dinosaur we were eating.
What's a dinosaur?
And on this boat, I've just had jerky. So, fried fish is
think a
sounding
giant-
really good for me. A large,
giant-
Let's get you.
a large
I-
smorgasbord of meat for the bard.
Yes. You can see, in addition to what looks like a bunch of sardines that are like freshly prepared instead of salted, so they're not nearly as like what
Bad.
would you call it? Yeah, bitter. There's a line of like opened sardines where they seem to have had most of the bones deboned from the spine being pulled out, and they're kind of flayed open and cooked on their backs so that you can kind of cut the insides out. And then a big, it looks like a cod or something, just this big like fillet of a fish that's been like seared and kind of, it looks like lightly salted with just a couple of different herbs added onto it. It doesn't look like anything super fancy, but definitely just some shanks of different types of fish. And then after a couple more minutes, while Bob, you are preparing or otherwise, you can see most of the families. Now that there's people like drinking, kind of, some of them almost look like offended that there's people drinking in a bar and start to
It's
like
only
leave
apple
um,
juice,
as their
people.
kids
Man,
finish eating.
after jerky, hardtack, and pickled orange slices for like months at sea, This
We
This
haven't been
fish is gonna
sailing
be
for
good.
months. It's only been like a week.
Hey,
in
it's
like 2 weeks, but yeah.
look.
That's a good point.
I have a bad perception of time.
The sailor's life is the life
I
for
know,
me.
obviously.
To be fair, actually, we didn't spend a lot of time in Isle Forge, and I don't think we got anything to eat while we were there.
We did not.
So, I think it
the
has actually literally
couple
been
months we've
of
been
rations, hardtack,
doing-
and ship
and-
supplies.
pickled orange slices so we don't die of scurvy.
You see, Sky is pretty proficient chef. She gets everything cooked up. Nothing's like burnt or otherwise bad. Everything is very quickly prepared, you notice. Very much like she's kind of
Like a dance.
come into cooking everything as quickly as possible for the sake of having everything ready and out. It also looks like she's probably getting tired at this point. Like,
Spice
this
were
is
here, he
actually
would
after a
turn this
long
place
shift
around and
during
like
the day.
that.
It seems like almost like this has been like a long day of cooking, as opposed to normally a bar where it would pick up about now.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah, with Bob playing banjo right now, do you ever head over and get some food yourself, Bob?
yeah, basically once the families have decided to head out and like most of the kids and chaos has died down and he can safely leave the stage without them like destroying the place, he will head
so
over to the bar to say hello.
I'm so happy the
Okay.
kids are gone. I was about to behead all of them. They screwed
That's a
getting
lot
water.
to say in one sentence. I'm not gonna lie. That's a whole sentence you said right there, and I am uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
You can see Bob, you walk over and Jared goes, "So, Bob, you're a lizard now.
Found a
That's
book. Now I'm a
cool.
lizard.
You want to be one too?
Finger guns." Jared's just like, "Well, it's good to have you back. how long are you planning on staying in town? Are you, have you? Is there anyone you know that I could hire? Because we can't find anyone to replace you. And
Jesus.
yeah,
You know, it'd be great if that piano guy.
it's
who
only
got my
been
old
a
board.
couple years. It's fine.
I mean, if you like, I could stop by the College of Magics and see if there's someone looking for an internship.
You could
At
have
a
mean-
bar,
posted.
I suppose.
You could have posted
Yeah, I mean,
flyers.
like, I never
Public
really went to
speaking
go to
is
college,
important.
but I imagine that like any sort of musician sort of focused education would have some sort of practicum or internship that I could just send them this way and say, hey, if you're looking for a place to like earn some class credits by playing, like this person will
start
also
making
pay
a
you for the
poster?
privilege.
I'd like to
I
start
wonder if that's
drawing
a
like a
possibility.
poster.
Yeah,
A poster for like
Poster.
like
I
to
can reach
like.
out on your behalf and see if we can just have the College of Magic's like set up some sort of a partnership where this is just a location they can send folks who need the actual practice and playtime.
They could also set up a
That'd
network
be
of
cool
other
if
places
you tried
too.
to do that. I'm going to be honest. I don't really go that way in the city. It's
Scary.
Haughty.
there's a lot of people that are a little bit rude there.
Entitled.
Haughty.
A little bit. Yes. Well, either way, your friends here ordered some food they thought you might like already, and you can see as a
Just a
couple of
giant plate of various
Excellent.
meats.
yes, a couple of plates that are like a medium-sized plate, but they're just full to the brim with different like pieces of meat that have been cooked, like it looks like a pheasant leg, and then just like slices of different meats that have been added. There's just a set of like crackers, and it looks like some sort of seeds, some like mustards and mayonnaises and stuff kind of put on the side of it, and then a little bit of it looks like chilled fruits. Looks like probably some oranges, lemons, and a little glass of jam that looks like probably the namesake of the city. It's probably some sort of marmalade jam. It's definitely some sort of like citrusy. It's a very orange, like neon orange, inside of like a little glass jar. Next to it with a little butter knife.
On Bob's cheek. It's beautiful. Thank you.
No problem. Anytime.
We just figured you like meat, so we went with meat.
Because like basically, as Roxanne says that, like as much chaos and trouble he's had to deal with, mostly because of Roxanne, but also sometimes because of Rogue. He feels truly understood in this moment by people he considers his friends, and he feels a little bit protective over. So
Reconciliation.
it earns
They
the
know me.
tear.
Oh, what a beautiful little moment.
And then
Tugging
Bob
at
just
the
starts digging
heartstrings.
into it. Just
Oh yeah, and then Bob like
his
opens
lizard
his
style.
mouth at almost a like 90-degree angle and just starts chopping down.
That's fair. You are also brought a very, very hard like cider, some sort of
I'm drinking apple juice, Bob.
a sort of sweet alcohol
Mhm.
to go with these more hard meats.
Sweet. So yeah,
And,
Bob will enjoy the
see-
food. And
I'm drinking apple juice, Bob.
You see, Jared goes, as long as you don't drink like you used to, this first bit of alcohol is on the house for tonight. Thanks for dealing with the families before.
Before I did.
Much appreciated. I don't drink nearly as much as I used to, actually. One of the things that was a little bit hazardous on my travels. But yeah, as far as staying,
you were quite the partier back then, so
look,
Makes
a
a bit of
goblin's
sense.
here for a good
Nice.
time, not a long time, and my longevity may have
No,
been
fair,
slightly
fair.
increased. So, plus I've signed on with a crew, ship's crew that I've been going around with.
Bob's like a father figure to me.
which is weird because you're like 700 years old.
I'm not
Wait,
gonna lie,
700 years old?
that
Yep,
is a little.
727
Are you
years
from?
old.
Oh, you're an elf. Are you from Diamond
Your
City?
mom.
You're from
I'm
Excuse
from
me?
your mom.
There's a
Is it-
the same volcanic island that Alforge is on to the south. There is a giant tree city named Your Mom, and that is where Roxanne is from.
Yeah, I'm legitimately
That's
from your mom.
that's quite a thing. That's quite a thing.
Yep.
Well, it's good to have you here
And I
now.
like apple
Uh,
juice.
Good to be back. How things been going? Like I noticed this is
Uh,
different from your usual crowd.
To be honest, we have well, uh there's not many bards to hire around here that are looking to kind of spend their time in a little seedy establishment like this. And as months have gone on, we've kind of fallen into disrepair a bit. There's quite a few things that need repairs that we haven't really had the extra money to put towards. And so we've kind of just been, I think languishing might be the word.
Right, checking my
I
inventory.
get a bit bored and just start walking around and fixing things
So
just because I'm bored. I finished my food already. I need something else to entertain me.
That's
so
Okay.
so how much would it take, do you think, to get the place back up to snuff? Everything a good repair.
Well, to
Can I
be
do an
honest,
appraisal?
I
Can I
think
just walk around and start doing an appraisal?
That would be funny.
We're-
A little in character.
I think the main issue is we're usually spending and bringing in anywhere on the terms of 20 to 30 gold pieces a night / day at this point, and so we're kind of just breaking even to the point where we can buy enough food to sell everything, and then a bunch of families come through with our discount, and we spend it all. And to be honest with you, children break a lot of glassware.
You could start charging them for
There's
the glassware they break.
Or
Or you can start using childproof cups that are harder
we
to break.
tried that for about a day, and nobody showed up. Well, we came. Sky and I came down from Purple City several years ago to set up a joint here, thinking that it would be a little bit easier with the smaller crowds to have more of a sort of a bar establishment like this. And well, the one thing we didn't really count on is how thoroughly religious everyone here is, and people aren't really what do you say? They talk. And so
Gossip.
after every
This
weekly
table's a
sort of
bit
sermon or
rickety.
church meeting, there can be a bit of gossip, and if you aren't offering the best deal on any given thing, you usually aren't the one selling the thing. So
Have you looked at your competitors?
yes, we have, and they're not necessarily doing much better. I will say, the
What if you
goblin
guys
attacks.
unionize?
There's only two of us here, so we could unionize, but we'd be unionizing to
Unionize
ourselves.
with the other places.
Well,
That
I mean,
if they're forcing you to make cheaper deals, like to go out of business,
they're
then
not
you can force.
forcing us. Just no one buys anything.
Yeah, make a union and have it be set. So then, instead of it being based off of price,
like have
it's more
everyone.
location.
Well,
I wonder if the city be going through a recession.
let's
It's
listen.
the
Less spending.
socioeconomic situation of the entire
There's
city. Also, this table leg's a bit
I'm
short.
well, you guys, you're dressed as sailors, at least most of you. You
Aye.
just sailed here. You didn't run into any goblins on the way, I assume.
I mean, besides
There
Bob,
have been incursions of goblins in the city. Both from the north. We're not really sure where they're coming from. There have just been appearances of large amounts of goblins every once in a while,
this
breaking into
picture's
things,
uneven.
stealing things. In especially around the Ugly Islands, a lot of trade from all around from the sea is having a very hard time getting here.
That's a big hole in the wall.
There's it's in the floor, but yeah.
Depends on which way you look at it, especially for Bob.
All right, Bob.
I know it's one of those like I don't I don't want to even I don't want to sound prejudiced or anything. Like Bob being a friend. I don't really think it's it's not like it's not goblins. It's just like they're looking for things, I'm sure, and they're from another place, and they're trying to find the things they need, just like we are. And I don't know. We're trying to. The
You
guards try their
sound really
best, and
stressed and on edge.
it's
You need to
really
calm
stressful. It's
down.
really on edge. There's a
So
lot of
thief brigades have
there's-
been
Am I
assailing
able
the
to mold
town
Earth to close the hole?
Yes.
and merchant ships.
I would like to mold Earth to help close up the hole.
You can see the hole itself kind of built around. So with mold earth, you have to bring earth from somewhere to fill it up. But if you
Roxanne, please don't mess with the construction of the building. You're not an architect.
Yet.
I don't
Don't
want to
lose
be an
hope.
architect. I want to be an engineer. Architects are scummy.
Well, then don't mess with the building. It's architect territory.
No, architects make things look all pretty and nice and stuff. I make things work and practical. Like a
we're
kid.
having a philosophical debate about
Roxanne,
different
please-
types of
please
the
don't mess
applications of
With
physics.
anything in the building.
Um,
Anyway,
I was just gonna fill up the hole so it isn't a
listen,
tripping hazard.
To be frank, we probably are looking at about. We need a good 40 gold pieces set
Done
aside
here.
to.
well, actually, before
Right.
Roxanne can do anything, Bob's actually been rummaging around in his backpack. And as he gives a total out 40 gold pieces, Bob will actually set 10 platinum pieces on the counter.
He like eyes it for a second, looks at you. What have you been?
Wait, are we
doing?
tipping? 1 second, and I pull
No,
out.
no, we're not-
I pull out
we're not
the
tipping,
platinum
no.
bag and set it on the table,
No, no.
and it makes a
No.
noticeably much thicker thunk than the gold bag. And I open it up, and I'm like, "Oh, are we not?
No,
Are we not tipping?
we're not.
Oh.
We're not
Oh.
tipping. I'm giving him money to fix the.
Sorry."
Is okay. Well, that's
I found 10 giant platinum coins and I used my hand to melt them down into smaller coins. I
Rogue
minted
just
my own money. Those are Roxanne coins.
Rogue just completely misreading the situation.
Roxanne
you
made a
realize that by
cryptocurrency.
Roxanne, you realize that by melting these coins down to a smaller form, you're actually making it more difficult to exchange them for goods and services in the city.
I just was copying the coins I saw before.
Roxanne is
These are,
counterfeiting.
these are Roxanne coins.
It's lovely. It's...
Anyway, so you did that to your own coins and not my coins, right, Roxanne?
All the coins I made
No,
are Roxanne
the
coins.
platinum bars, the platinum that Roxanne made into coins, might have a little Roxanne face on it.
I mean, it's still worth the same either way.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway,
based on the value
If
of
you
platinum.
go to anyone that's like super reputable, they might check them to make sure they're platinum, but like
They're
like
platinum.
it's gonna
they
end
might
up being
check a
platinum,
coin to
yeah.
make sure, but it's it
They
is.
might
You're
use a
aware that
little
you're not doing
platinum
anything
like that.
actually.
Yeah, illegal.
You're not doing anything.
It's
actually,
nothing
like,
actually
messed up, so
dubious. It's
okay.
just kind of
Actually, on
funny.
the coin, it's not just me. It's all three of us.
Hugging.
That's amazing. All right, I'm back in. I like it.
it.
I'm back in.
It's
I
like,
mean-
it's like the Yu-Gi-Oh card where everyone's got their hand in.
But
But yeah,
Okay, yeah.
anyway, so he'll give
Roxanne
that
coin is a thing.
he'll give that to Jared and just be like, "Look,
You
you
see,
guys treated me well when I
Jared-
was first starting out. You guys this was my second home for a while.
You know, there are
Like,
three
I wanna
sides
see
to
this
every
place succeed.
coin.
So honestly, we're on the track of doing something that might deal with the whole goblin problem anyway. But either way, this should at least help you get the building back into good shape."
Jared looks like profoundly surprised and excited and like grateful. Jared grabs it and just goes, "Well,
Don't
I
spend all your Roxanne coins in one place.
I'm a little at a loss for words. Sky, there, Bob's given us
Bob's rich.
140 gold pieces. Thank you a lot. I'm a little flabbergasted. Do you what? I'm worried to ask what you're doing, given the amount of money that
We're
you
looking-
I can
have?
definitively state that I did nothing illegal to earn this money.
What we're doing is we're
That's a
looking
lot
for
of specifications, but I
what was the
appreciate
guy's
it.
name
This
again?
money is completely found.
Who's the guy we're looking for?
Bo Davies.
I can
Bo
tell you this,
Davies
what
and
we're doing
there's
is looking for Bo Davis.
What's his name?
Bruxus or whatever
Oblek?
his
I don't
name.
remember his name.
Oblek.
What did I name him?
Oblek
What did his
Oblek.
name?
In
I think it was
Oblak.
Oblak in the
Oblek.
All Roads Inn. Oblek in the All
Yeah.
Roads Inn.
Yeah, we're looking for
Yeah.
Oblek and Bo Davies.
The rock star?
Yeah.
What?
Rock? Did you just say rock?
Wait a second.
Not
Wait.
that kind of rock.
Oh.
Wait. What do you mean rock? Like
I open up my bag.
Bo
and
Davies, the like famous
Rock!
singer and song guy who
Aye.
rocks. Not not rocks.
For a
but, like,
second there, I thought
like
you were talking about Oblek, the
music.
famous rock star.
an Oblak. He's gonna make a history check.
He's dead.
Or
Oh god.
I don't know an O-block. It's kind of a
Right.
big
It was
city.
Yeah,
like
fair.
shorter than
But,
the other, and it makes it rickety.
You're fixing the chair.
Yeah, I'm just randomly walking around fixing stuff as I'm a bit bored.
Okay,
Just
if you knew the
talking.
mending cantrip, you'd be doing a
You'd
lot.
be horrified, but for now you're just like cutting off pieces of chairs in order to make them stable again.
Roxanne is stabilizing chairs. Oh, what does the world come to? You can see it's not just that you start stabilizing chairs; it's that a big rock knife comes out of your pocket and starts doing it for you. And
Yeah, that's good. Right there. Right there. Cut it. Yeah, now it's even.
Are you? Have you been like working for the College of Magics? It's a little crazy. To see
No,
a
I
bunch
didn't
of...
go to college. I wasn't allowed to.
Let's just
Of
say
course,
I
well-
signed on with a ship crew, and the crew was rather eclectic. That
My
one
parents
there
wouldn't
is
allow
an
me to go to
artificer.
school because they were
This
afraid of
one
me
is a
going
rather
outside and
proficient
getting
combatant.
kidnapped.
I be
And we have
I guess a sword for hire at this point, but I am really just a crew member on a ship.
Yes,
recruited.
They haven't
Kelly
really
is a
made me do
stowaway.
anything crewy though. Like anything I've done has been of my own volition, which is a little weird. You'd think there'd be a better structure system, but I won't question.
And then we found Jibblejob here in the Whispering Isles.
He's
Ah.
like over 1,000 years
Yes.
old.
That's interesting. I have met now 2 people that are hundreds plus years old. I guess
Yeah.
they're both right here. I do.
You
wait,
you can
Murph,
see
come
on
back,
Rogue's
do you
face that he
live
really wants to
thousands of
say
years?
3.
Also, there's Rogue too. He's like
Rogue is
half
re-
my age, but he's still like really old.
I've been around for many moons. It comes hard to count.
Yes,
No.
many moons.
Many moons, yes.
He's
Okay.
like a baby to me, but he's still a great adventurer. It's all his many moons of knowledge is. And then
Okay.
that's when Tristan says,
This
"Roll
I
these
sense
up."
quite a bit of backstory here.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a lot of history
Clearly
here,
you're-
Jared.
I mean, with
You're clearly having
720
a bit of a.
I mean, actually, most of my life happened within the past few weeks, but yeah.
Well,
Rogue is just gonna keep
That's
silent.
cool. You guys, I like the word eclectic. That's a good word for my experience of this so far.
That's a fancy word you just said there
I
for a man whose table is uneven.
think I need to go put something. I think I need to go put some things in a safe. I'll be back.
See you soon.
And
Understand.
he
So
he
like how
leaves.
how much should I tip
and-
on the bill? I'm not exactly.
All right, so hold
Sure,
up. Let's tally up your purchases you've made so far.
Okay, so there
Okay.
was your platter of
That was-
meat. There's my
A
fried
meatloaf
fish.
is also presented to all of you.
Oh hell yeah!
Absolutely.
You can see Kelly
Roxanne's
and
apple
Jibblejob who have been
juice.
eyeing all this other food, not really knowing much about food other than like Jibblejob.
Didn't they get like some big beetles?
Fish. Yeah, they got some big beetles, which
I thought
they
you gave him a crab.
because it's like not that much food. And then-
Oh,
It's like crab. It's like they're done now.
I guess so.
You can see
Yeah.
they're like
some
buttery
more-
fingers. they're like eyeing all this food like we didn't even know these were like things you could eat.
Yeah, Bob's gonna share some of his charcuterie board.
Jibble
with
Job,
those two.
fuck, what's the other one's name? Kelly, are you two, like, do you want me to order you something to try?
Can we like try some of this stuff?
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
It looks really...
I just,
What is this stuff?
well, that's
I've
a
had,
meatloaf, that's pheasant thigh,
I've
that's
got,
pheasant
like-
breast, venison leg, venison
How did
centerpiece.
this whole even happen?
That's a
What's venison?
meat from deer.
What's a deer?
Four-legged,
Hold on,
like
let's
a
go
horse
first.
but smaller, hooved,
What's a horse?
like a deer but
Is there a zoo
bigger.
here?
All right, Bob's actually going to start using minor illusion to show these.
These animals, these beautiful animals that you'd think a druid would know about these, but Kelly is a special kind of druid, a special
Yeah.
Man, their
Acid
shape
related.
change has just been
bug
bugs.
and acid related things.
Their
She
shape
does lots
change
of
has
bug
just
related-
been bug.
Is there a zoo
Kelly,
in
And you
this
can see
video?
really
Jibble is like, I've seen a horse. I haven't seen that thing though.
A deer.
There's these guys. Wow, that was a long time ago. There's these guys. They're like that deer thing, but they've got like fins. I don't know what you're I
like
don't know
a
if you've ever seen-
seahorse?
Yeah, they're like, they've got like two big like antler things like that on their head, and then they're like underwater. They've got these.
Could I
they've
make
got this,
a
like, big-
history
Yeah, I was about
and
to say,
or
can I do
that as
arcana?
well?
What kind of check is this?
I feel like that'd be a nature check.
nature check?
Okay, I will make a
roll
nature
as
check.
well.
10. Baseline intelligence.
I got a 21.
I got a 19.
Yes, the elusive sea deer.
Is that
Is that literally their name?
Oh, that's great.
They've got. I mean,
We're gonna
That's
force Tristan
almost-
to actually look this up now.
That's almost
Listen,
as good as bear
I
spores.
don't remember what they're called.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah, I was gonna
hippocampus,
mention that,
maybe. If it's got
On
like
the
a
right-
fish tail and a
Hippocampus
horse
is like
head.
a seahorse.
If it's got
was
horse
gonna-
head, fish tail, it's a hippocampus.
I forgot to mention this. On the rock sand coin, one side is all three of us, the other side's with bear.
Okay, when I look this, the very first thing is why do water deer have fangs? I don't.
A lot of smaller deer as well, like things related to like the dick have fangs as well. And it's
Oh,
like
water deers are so adorable. Oh, look at their little fangs. Oh my gosh, water deers are adorable.
Well, that's not what I was talking about. Yeah, but
Look,
oh
they
yeah,
have
this
so
guy,
cute
the
fangs.
saber-toothed deer, they're so much fun.
I found a write-up for a behold deer.
I'm trying to find what this thing is called.
Behold deer?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a deer with a beholder head?
No, it's a beholder head in the shape of a deer with antlers instead of eye stalks and with like one glowy eye in the middle.
Why?
Water deers are
Why did
such
he shape
cute
himself
deer.
that way?
Oh my gosh, look at the water deer have such adorable ears and their eyes are so big and beady. Oh my god, it's like a capybara but with fangs and long legs.
They look like they just got home from work after a long day at the factory.
And are
They
ready to
are-
suck some blood.
Okay, well, okay, so in
They
real
got
life,
like chubby cheeks.
they're a Native American myth called the Wakandagi.
Oh.
They're
So it's not like that weird horse in Irish myth that comes out of the water and is just like, hey,
They
take a
call
ride on my
walking
back, and then it drowns kids.
Jesus
I don't know any.
Christ.
Listen,
It's Irish.
I
What do you want from me? They had to keep him away
don't
from the
ha-
water somehow, and the Loch Ness monster
don't
can
know
only
about-
do so
I
much.
don't know about the real life lore of this thing. It's like a Pegasus, but it instead of having wings, it has
A walrus?
fins.
Not walrus. oh
And
my
it's
gosh.
underwater. And no, it has like deer legs
A
and
walking
also
doggy.
fins. Okay, so I'm looking. I didn't know where this was from in real life. Okay, I'm sorry. It's
You weren't
it's a
prepared for
deer-
this.
It's like a no. I was not prepared for this. I didn't know we would be mentioning deers and comparing them to the things that some of the merfolk ride around on that apparently have a real
Narwhal.
life counterpart that is a Native American myth. Okay, that's cool to know.
To be fair, almost everything from D&D is stolen, so like...
Do you need like a 5-minute break to just figure out what the heck you're about to describe?
No, it's okay. It's fine. It's
So,
Dribble
like,
Drop doing it, so he's
uh,
not smart. So he can just say it's like that thing, but it has fins. Right? It's underwater.
Aye, so, Jibble Drop, do you need me to order some more food? Like, Bob
Well,
here is
like,
almost finished with his platter. We've only got one meatloaf. Would
I've
you
had
like
all
me
the-
to
all
order
the,
some
like,
more?
All the like water, all the like seafood stuff. I've had that. I know about
So
that.
land food.
Yeah, what's some land food?
You had the surf. Now you want the turf.
We know there's like alcohol. I've had alcohol because we steal that off ships. I've had fruits because we steal that off ships. I've had like the stuff we ate on the ship. I had that.
Pemmican,
a lot
jerky,
growing up. We would steal that a lot. We had like
hardtack,
tactically
ship
what?
biscuit,
yo biscuit.
pickled herring, anything
Plank is falling
pickled,
off the
really. We
wall.
carry a lot of pickled things.
What's something like? How far inland is there? Like, how far does it go in there?
How far inland does it
Like-
go? Like,
Because like you look in the land, there's like those big tall things, right? Does it go past that?
The mountains?
Yeah.
Okay, so America,
We stay.
the Americas are about
water.
5,000, isn't America like 5,000 miles long? So about 2,500 miles?
Can you cook him a bear?
It to the center land is about like 2,500 miles? Something like that?
That's
To the center
Well-
of the continent?
that's long.
It's a big place
just keeps-
up here.
It just keeps going.
Yes, quite a long
Is
ways.
there like I mean what sort of like is there water on the other end, or is it just like
It's land
No, it's
mostly.
forever,
Some
or, like,
lakes.
The Earth is flat.
Some lakes,
Right.
and then it comes back around
Oh, dear
to the
Lord.
water again.
All right, here we go. All right. Bob is going to provide some musical accompaniment to this lesson using some light bagpiping and also creating what is essentially a
Wait.
world map based on what he has seen before to show them how continents work.
should I explain
What happened?
tectonic plates as well?
No.
I feel like if anyone would
Okay.
explain tectonic
So,
plates, would be me.
That is true. But
Here's
tectonic
the funny
plates
part.
affects tsunamis, and that really affects
Here's
sailors.
the funny part,
so
Roxanne. Tectonic plates, kind of a thing. Roxanne, make a intelligence check. Whoever wants to.
I will
What? I got
absolutely,
lost.
I
I
will
got lost, like,
absolutely do
halfway
this. I
through,
don't
like-
have any bonus, but I will absolutely
What
do
are we trying to
this.
do again?
You guys are trying to talk about the geology of the Earth,
Do I get
and in
my
this case,
bonus
geology of the
proficiency
planet
bonus?
you're on, which is called cold.
16 for that
Do I get my-
intelligence check.
21.
Yo!
Do I get my proficiency bonus?
You get your
because-
intelligence.
Well,
This is just like general. This is like general intelligence knowledge.
No
of, like,
proficiency.
estimating things based like you're trying to put together stuff you've heard about and like come up with something.
well, I've
that,
read
like,
about
is-
most of this stuff.
Just an intelligence
if it's related to
ability
wall.
check.
Maybe, yeah. Just try for intelligence for now. I like.
Well,
This
no, I'm
is-
Once
asking
we
what I
get
add
into-
my
You'll
proficiency.
learn why.
We're on
You'll
the
learn why
generalized
once you make
Earth
the
right
check.
now.
16.
You're on. Okay. So all of you would probably have heard this at some points. There are some debates about whether or not the planet is flat or not. It is called the planet by most scholars that you've heard from or otherwise read. There are drawings in, like, there are really cool depictions of like a spinning globe in the comics, the Adventures of Captain Alley, right? Bob, I would say you'd also be aware. A couple of things. There is some sort of like the Earth, as in the rocks, the lands and seas, seem to move slowly over time. Right, that is something that people.
I
have noticed.
guess you could say
Um,
if we ever have to take a trip around the world, we're gonna have to plan it.
People do not think the world is particularly old. We are talking. Most of the people who think the world is quite old think probably about 35,000 years at most.
That's like
That's the kind of age estimate of scholars
That's
at this
like
time.
35 times how long you've been living, Roxanne.
Yeah, no.
I will say, out of character, that if there's any sort of geological activity that would create volcanoes, there would have to be tectonic plates of some kind, which would imply
Or
a
magic.
spherical planet.
Or magic.
Sure, subterranean magic that's only
It
for
could be
Tectonic plates
magic.
could be turtle shells. Could be turtle
know,
shells
funny
moving
because
around.
The specific volcanoes around here are literally made by magic, which is why it's funny.
I know that.
I kind of hate that.
I
kinda hate that
cast
a little bit.
Vulcanus's
Not all of
fabulous
them.
volcano.
Not all of them, just the ones you've seen are literally magic volcanoes, which
I
is very
cast
funny.
Vulcanus's magic volcano.
Wait,
Isn't
I
there
never-
like a 10th level spell that summons a volcano? I should stop talking.
The sort of like science of the era has not really determined an exact age for cold, the planet you are on, and it's not an easy thing to do.
We gotta
And it's
figure
not
out,
really yeah.
We've gotta
there's,
figure out uranium-236 dating.
Yeah, they're not really sure. And yeah. So you wouldn't be 100% certain how old the planet is, even with the different accounts that you'd remember
Well,
of
there's
like
two.
different
There's
people
a
saying
few
it.
main
We
series
haven't
that
launched
are a
any
double
nukes,
job
so we could totally
based off
figure it out with
history
uranium
and
dating.
religion. There's some religious people here who believe that we're on the back of a giant turtle, and there's other people who believe that the
Yo.
Earth is a giant round ball. Well, it looks like a ball, but it's more like a potato.
What's
I think
the
the Earth is a
Earth?
pear.
I just called it the Earth, the planet we are on. My
The
brain.
planet. Yeah,
Sorry,
it's okay.
sorry.
You can call it Earth. It's so
Terra.
verisimilitude
incognito.
aside, the planet you're on is called cold by
Yeah.
most of the members who speak common
Man,
on
it's
this
fucking
planet.
cold here. I know. Let's call the planet that.
But there's also like, what was it? There's also like a theory that like it's like a giant disc and the land just falls off.
Oh,
How big
Yeah.
is the disc?
Big.
If someone
What's
were
the,
bigger than the disc, could they use it for frisbee?
Yes.
what's
They
the
could also
what's the
get
infinite
coin.
plane of ice that my brain was stuck in for like a really long time?
Would I
What's
know that? Would I know
Uh,
that?
I
So I do an Arcana. So I have to do an Arcana check or religion.
Yes, that's
Do
gonna be
I
an
have to
Arcana
do an
check.
Arcana check?
Yeah.
18.
I think this would be funny. 14. Okay, so Rogue actually.
Holy shit, Bob knows
Bob knows
everything.
all about it.
Okay, so all of you would be familiar with the elemental planes. At least
Yo.
enough to like Rogue, you're aware of the elemental planes. With
Hey, there
Roxanne and
seems
Bob,
to be parallel
uh,
planes of
there are
different
yeah.
elements.
So the D&D universe does not work the same as our universe. There are
When is
Planet.
Roxanne
We're
going to make a
pulling your-
spaceship and we're going to go into the phlogiston?
Knowledge right now.
So I think Bob and Roxanne would be able to explain this to the extent that I could explain it. So there are multiple different like layers of reality. There's the material reality called the material plane, sometimes called the prime material plane. It's the place you're on right now. Then there are the secondary material planes that make up the different things that make up the material plane. So there's like elements, there's the plane of like dreams, there's the plane of light, there's the plane of shadow, there's the Feywild and the Shadowfell. There's all these different planes that are like a separate reality that is parallel to your current plane, but
Like an
like-
airplane?
no, like your dimension. And then on top of that, there are more like, I don't know what word to call them besides like esoteric or theoretical planes, right? That are like the places where the gods live, right? So there's like, there's like the place where the elven gods live called My Brain is Dead.
That's an interesting
Right.
name.
Well,
That's
I'm not
the
sure about
name
the
of it.
exact
No,
names, but I know there are planes of like law and
Yeah.
chaos. There's the heavens and the hells, and like things like that for the good and evil
Yeah.
like, deities. Like there's a whole gamut of planes that you can travel to if you're sufficiently powerful magic. or if you have sufficiently powerful magic.
Yeah,
Our
there's
life are
yeah, and
meaningless things in just a small bubble.
there is a theory. I would say Bob and Roxanne, with rolls that high, you'd know about the theory that your current planet is in a giant bubble, and actually the stars are not real stars. Um, there is a not popular but common theory among academics that essentially you're just a giant bubble floating through the ether.
Occasionally with
We
a
are
viewer
just-
count above it.
A giant disc that is someone's currency.
When
We
is
are
Roxanne going
the
to make a spaceship so we can travel the phlogiston?
We are just on someone's coin that they're using to purchase something hopefully useful, but God knows what.
They're giving it as a tip to a bartender
Yeah.
somewhere.
We are just a coin being tipped to a bartender by someone who doesn't understand how money works because they've been
So,
tortured
like,
as a child.
Jibble Jop and Kelly, their eyes have like rolled into the back of their skulls. They're like, too much information.
I
So,
know.
like-
Yeah, I was gonna say
Should-
Bob is
should I
going to
tip,
use
like-
his skill at oratory to try and like give this to them
Should
in
I
more
do, like, 10
digestible
more
doses.
platinum?
Yeah.
For the
Yes,
tip?
yes. Okay. It takes a little bit.
Rogue, and then I start explaining basic math to Rogue about how to tip based off of books I've read. All right, Rogue. So it's based off of gratitude. It's normally about like, is it 15% in real life that you normally tip?
It's 23.5% now. Any lower and you're evil, but any higher and you're spoiling them.
All right.
And you
it's
can't
about
How the hell did
spoil
you
minimum,
arrive at that
and you
number?
can't spoil
What?
minimum wage workers, otherwise
How did-
they won't want to work.
How did you?
How did I arrive at that number?
Yeah, 'cause 15%
How did we
is pretty
arrive at
standard.
15? How did we arrive at 15%, Bob?
No, I'm asking how did you arrive at 23? I'm doing.
I
It
made
was
it
a
the hell
fake.
up.
It was fake.
Oh, you made it up?
It was
Okay.
fake the whole time.
All right.
It's when like when you get the little like paper, when they give you the screen and it like suggests a number.
I hit no
That's
thanks.
just the most insane number I've been suggested as my tip so far
Okay,
when I
fair
got the
enough.
screen. So I just thought I'd bring that one up.
I was like, holy shit! I've been
During
shorting
D&D.
people a whole 8% this whole time.
You
I-
just made
listen,
sorry question as reality.
There are okay, if we're taking a pause just to mention this, yes, there are entire systems of belief that I have heard people spout that are if you tip 15%, you're evil because you're shorting people a significant amount on what you should be tipping, which is essentially all your money 100% of the time. I don't know what number they want, but it's
I
just
mean, if I was rich enough, I just tip 100% on everything that I ordered, but I just don't have that much money.
exactly. It's almost like if we just pay people, we wouldn't have to come up with this
Almost
weird
like we
extra thing
pay
Oh, yeah,
them a
the-
living
where we
wage.
pay people extra money
The
on the
tipping
money we
culture
paid
itself
them.
is insane. I agree.
Well, also everything's insane. Everything makes no sense. I love it.
Anyways,
Rant
Bob-
gone. Rant over.
Rogue, it's about 23.5 you might want to pay. So how much was the entire meal?
I
You
don't know,
haven't
like
asked yet.
30 platinum.
So no.
I just
platinum-
assumed the
alright,
meat cost a lot.
Rogue, I know you've been sheltered.
I mean,
Money doesn't work like this. There's smaller units of numbers that most people work by. Copper is about like daily wage. We just happen to
what's
get
copper?
really rich. You don't have a copper bag? It seems like you separated.
No,
it
I've got
out.
silver, I've got gold, and I've got platinum.
I pull out my
Copper is the
copper
next
bag.
level down from silver.
There's a level down?
Yeah,
There's a level down.
most people living wages are copper. Unfortunately, Rogue, this world lives in a really messed up state, and it's even more messed up since they introduced magic into it. That was a horrible DLC that they released.
Wait, why does it have value?
Be-
What gives it the
Not-
value?
Well, it's just a rare mineral.
Time for
earth
another
from the earth.
conversation.
It's a rare mineral earth that people have.
Oh
established.
dear lord.
The only reason why it has value is because people have put value to it. We can make like a paper with like your face on it, put the number 5 on it, and we can say it's worth five rows, and we can start spreading that across the planet.
So
whole
it's
entire
not
planet.
necessarily that it's valuable, it's that
In this
someone else
episode,
is saying that
Roxanne
it's
makes a
valuable.
crypto.
It's
Yeah,
not that
We can also
the money
we can also
itself is
take a
valuable. It's that
painting. and make like a bunch of unique ones and assign different values to it based off of random features and on a percent chance.
So
Right
how
here, I'm
much
gonna
did we
distill this
spend
down
on
for-
food?
Rogue, I'm going to distill this down to one simple
Gary.
thing. What gives the money value is scarcity.
But they
People
keep
want it.
making more.
People find it rare, you
But
see.
they keep making
Make-
more.
Seashells.
Yeah, that's called inflation.
But I
fucker.
just keep getting more money, and like there's no scarcity to it. I have yet to have a
Yeah.
scarcity of money.
Yeah.
Rogue
yes,
is very
that's because-
confused.
That's because you took on a dangerous lifestyle.
But has it
Rogue
really
will
been
fall.
dangerous?
Yes.
For Roxanne.
Oh fuck, you're right.
Rogue,
Okay.
look, you've come in for a lot of money recently, so you probably don't understand. But like these people probably only make.
I'm
a
here to
few
talk to you
copper.
about a Roth IRA.
What?
And you know tax. You
All right, I
remember
feel
how
like
we
we've
try to
gone
convince
way
those
off
people
the
about
reservation.
taxes?
I thought
Roxanne's gonna introduce taxes to the world. Roxanne, if you put taxes in my beautiful utopia,
We already
I will end
did!
you.
I
We
thought
already did.
I thought
Czar
that was like
introduced it
something Czar
earlier.
just made. I thought that was something Bob
No.
just made up.
No, Bob just introduced them to the horror of taxes, which is when the government says, "All right, on every single sale, we're going to take a small amount so that we can start using that for our own use." Most of the time, it's
I
just
have
becomes
not seen
corrupt
the
usage. This is why I
government do
hate
anything.
capitalism. Government lazy, I know. They suck. Did you put something in this apple juice?
This is the common discussion in the bouncing banjo inn. This is
You just put something in my drink, Jared. I thought I just asked
Rogue
for
is
apple
just trying
juice.
to understand anything about money.
You can see Jared is like staring at all of you. He's like, "Are you certain you're not from the College of Magics?"
No, my parents didn't allow me to go to college. They were afraid that I would get
I've
kidnapped.
been
there
on
then.
the water too long, it
Well,
seems. The entire
while they're
everything
arguing-
has changed.
While they're arguing, Bob is quietly going to settle the bill.
Okay.
Alright, I guess I'll
15
just
copper. No, sorry. 15 silver piece.
I guess I'll
Alright, Bob
just
will take.
leave the tip here. He's gonna pull out 5 platinum coins because he has no idea what Bob paid, so he just puts 5 platinum
no,
coins
hang
on the table.
All right, bro.
Aye, alright,
Future reference. That's being nice, but you shouldn't spend that much money.
but you spent like a couple hundred on a sword, so a meal,
Yes, because of the value.
it's gotta be
The
like
value
50,
of the
right?
sword- No, food is usually valued really less since it's more of a common thing that everybody needs.
But everybody needs it. Not everyone
Yeah.
needs a sword, so I feel
But
like
it's
that,
more
based on the
more
less
relative.
need, it would be worth less.
Rogue.
It-
Rogue. I paid
Rogue's
15
asking the big
silver.
questions.
I paid 15 silver for all the food.
Yes, that's why also medicine's even more ramped it up because it's not super
Wait, people
valuable,
accept
but
silver as like a form of payment?
people
Yes.
accept copper.
Silver is actually a significant form of payment in most circles.
I feel rude if I take back the 5 platinum now. I'm just gonna leave it there.
That's fine.
That's fine
I'm
because
just-
we enjoyed it. But
I'm just saying, Rogue. You seem to not have an idea. You don't seem to have much experience with
all right,
commerce.
Rogue, we were back on the
That's
boat
okay.
while I'm building my cannon.
I'm-
In between our breaks, I'm gonna start teaching you
Before
about the
Oh,
economic.
I know about
values of
coppers.
stuff.
That's the thing Captain Ali does not like.
All right. Here's the thing, Rogue. Before you buy anything, you're gonna take good old Bob with you shopping.
Captain
So
Ali's
you can
always
rip off,
running
okay?
heroically away from the coppers. They're the bad guys,
Wow.
right?
No, there's cops, the popo,
That's more water. Rogue.
lead, the.
I
the-
love playing this guy.
All right, Rogue. So there's a system made by the government that we have to pay. Then they put some of the money into a system called the cops, and the cops enforce the laws of the legislation.
Are they
system.
not called
City
the
guards.
coppers?
They're called the city guards.
The
Yeah, it's like
city
the city
guard.
guard.
Oh, the
Here we're
guards that
run
are
by
walking
a,
around? The guys
We
that
have a
tried
bit
to
of, like,
shake
a
down our ship?
tribunal, a council here.
Sorry, what was that?
You got
Uh,
shook down by guards.
no, no,
They were in the
was-
wrong.
They were soldiers from Purple.
They were in the
City.
wrong,
Or
of
no, they weren't from
course.
Purple City. They were from
They were trying to
was that?
gaslight,
Crystal
gatekeep, and
City, I
girl
think.
bar us. All right, I did
Crystal
not
City
wasn't purple.
appreciate this.
You guys were attempted to be shaken down by guards from Purple City while you were in
Purple City,
Isle
okay.
Forge.
All right, yeah. No, there's some people who were a little bit overzealous in Isle Forge where they didn't have jurisdiction. Don't worry about it. I took care of it.
Okay. Well, let me know if anything comes out of a possible internship. I think we might have enough money to actually just outright hire someone more expensive.
Don't spend it all too much. Make
With
sure you
this
have a
much.
good economic value, and make sure that the cost you're paying for them actually increases the value of it. But first, you should probably repair this place. Maybe get it a new fresh
You've read a
paint.
lot of books.
I've
You've read a
read
lot of
too many.
sentences.
Not enough books. I wish
Like
I could read
Roxanne's
more.
got self-help books maximized. It's just
You know those 700 years, Jared, that I was talking about?
Most of those were
Yeah.
spent in a closet.
I was about to say
If
most of that
you're
was spent locked in a tower. But yeah.
if you're looking to spend money, like have you considered going to the reliquary? They sell lots of stuff.
No, we're mostly looking for
They're,
those guys we mentioned earlier here. That's the main reason, and also to get
okay,
away from Isle Forge
I
before
was
we got killed.
unaware that Bo Davies, again, the famous singer-songwriter guy, was in town. I think there'd be like a thing. Is he here for the grand festival? For the hunt?
That's what we're here to
Sounds like
find out.
that
That
sounds like
oh yeah, that
important,
starts tomorrow, by the way.
that sounds like a very
you here
important
for
plot
that?
event.
Oh, we were just here because we needed some place to sell some of our cargo, and I wanted to stop by here because it had been quite a while since I've been back in Marmalade.
Well, yes.
That's a very important plotting point. We should definitely event.
We're getting what?
Hi.
What?
What?
What? I'm pretty sure he put something in my apple juice.
Well,
Apples?
tomorrow's the start of the grand hunt. They're the festival to Hyacea, and the mid-autumn festival is about a week after that, a little bit less than that.
All right. Well, if we're in town that long, we can certainly take a look.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're taking things down and off exploring and stuff, are you joining the grand hunt? It sounds like you weren't aware of it.
No,
I'm
could you
not
elaborate
entirely
on
sure.
this important plot event?
Oh, well, I'm not really I'm not from here, so I'm not really I've never entered anything. There's a competition every year that whoever brings back there's judges involved and stuff, but whoever brings back the coolest big monster thing from the wilderness around here gets
This kind of sounds like
a
fun.
prize.
I wouldn't mind trying to enter that. That sounds like fun.
I don't think any of us are very wilderness oriented, though.
I
Dribble
mean,
drop, would you? I think dribble drop.
I've
could
seen a
probably help.
few trees before.
I mean, I could fly up and just scout real fast too.
Well, I say we conduct our regular business and check on the couple of things we need checking on before we
Mom,
decide to
Mom,
this great up.
but it sounds so much fun.
Look, if we're in
I
town
don't
long
know. I
enough,
don't know
maybe
what
we
you'd
can
need to
look at it.
do. There's probably someone you can speak to over at the Haisha's hand if you want to know more about the grand hunt.
Oh, I appreciate the tip, Jared.
Hey, thank you.
Yes. Well, there's no more people here. Can I get you anything else?
Jibbledrop, Jibbledrop, fuck, why do I always forget their name?
This meatloaf is amazing.
Kelly. Jibbledrop, Kelly, are you both full?
Satisfied.
Satisfied?
I mean, I'm not hungry anymore. But like, I guess we have time. We have time to look for more
What time of day is it?
foods. It's starting to get towards evening. It's
Do they have
probably,
bathhouses here?
like 6 p.m. Yes, they do have bathhouses
Like
here.
hot springs?
You would have walked by some, not necessarily hot springs, but there clearly is some sort of like sewer system and like public bathhouses and public like latrines and urinals and stuff throughout most of the city.
I wouldn't mind taking a night bath and then like sleeping on a real bed. That sounds nice. As I lean my head on the table.
Yes,
I
well,
mean-
we have a technically we're an inn. We have a section out back. We have another building. Not well, we have an add-on. If you want to stay here, we have 2 rooms. One's got a bath. One's got a bed. We don't have many people stay in this specific building. Usually people bunk somewhere. There's a lot of bunk houses around.
That will be far.
Maybe.
If you're all looking to find rooms, there's other inns around the city as well.
I wouldn't mind my own room.
Or if you really want to stay around here, there's several bunkhouses within a block or two of here.
No, I want my own room. Feels so
Well,
weird being on a boat full of men.
I really like you guys. Don't necessarily want to send you to my competition, but I do like you. I don't even
Understandable.
know what we called ourselves the Bouncing Banjo Inn, and we have 1 extra room. It was a lot. It was a
Well, now you
little
can buy
hubristic,
more rooms.
but it's okay. One day,
Well, I
maybe
mean, if you're
soon.
if you're attempting a rebrand, you
a
can,
lot
you
of
can
money.
always,
I feel like
you
you
can always
could
call
probably-
yourself the Bouncing Banjo Tavern. Or just the
We
Bouncing
could do
Banjo.
that. We could do that.
the
That
bouncing
requires like this
banjo
whole
bind
like I have to
hanging.
like you'd have to there's like this like they'd have to remake all the maps on the city and all that. They'd have to like
And?
Huh,
my
it's
God,
almost
you
like the gods didn't save their plans at various
they
stages of
did.
development.
It just takes 45 minutes to export this file as a
What is this exporting you speak of, Jared?
not I'd have to listen. The map maker does a good job, okay? Let's just say that. And move on.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool that you guys managed to get your name on the maps.
Yeah. That's probably where most of our money's going, honestly. Anyway, no, no. Back to real game. Yeah. If you want to stay here, you can stay in here. You'd be all the 1 bed, all 5 of you. Or there's
I wouldn't
obviously there's some
mind with,
other.
like a proper, more fancy inn.
I'll say we'll
Like-
probably go to a different inn just to stay the night, but we'll, like, if we're going to be spending leisure time, Bob's going to recommend this place unless people have strong feelings to the contrary.
That's fair.
Sky, you're an amazing cook. How you worked there was just beautiful. It was like a dance. It was very
Well,
awesome to see.
Thank you. I've been doing it quite a while. Not professionally trained or anything, but
It tasted amazing.
yes. Thanks. It's all fresh ingredients. All
I
there's a
think the
whole
combination
market
of
square allowed here.
being starved on the boat and also being on a boat and the food on the boat really brought out the flavor of your stuff.
That was the idea. The setting up right next to a port, and getting away from such a big city with so much competition. So yeah. Thanks. My brain wants to say I'm Sky. Yeah.
Hi, Sky.
Nice to meet you.
Hello. You're Roxanne, I heard.
Yes.
All of you. It's good to meet you. Thank you so much for the donation, I suppose would be the word to call it. We're yeah, well, normally we don't have many people come in, but I guess we'll start trying to get more to come in at night again. If we've got the time and place. Really got to
Don't
switch
burn
up my
yourself
schedule
out.
again.
You guys have potential.
Let's say what you guys were
Tease
doing
it.
before seems to be working. And I'm sorry my leaving disrupted that formula, but hopefully you can get back to it.
We'll definitely go for it.
This table's still uneven.
Well, with that in mind, if you spend some leisure time hanging out at the Bouncing Banjo, eventually I'd assume you want to go check out the rest of the city too.
Yeah.
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 what's your thoughts on the next stuff that you need to do?
Well, my
You've
next
got-
thought is that we should probably take a short break. 'Cause I would
Roxanne
like to
ran
use
into the
first
wilderness.
That is true.
2.5
It is.
hours
All
in.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
we could take a break.
2.5 hours is such the social economic of money.
Yeah.
it's the world's format.
it is so much fun playing this character. You have no idea. Sometimes it's good to just play someone who doesn't really know much.
When every time you encounter a mini boss, you just decide to add them to your crew, you end up with a bunch of people that have been living in dungeons for long periods of
Exactly.
time. Just
Honestly, at this point, I think that Bob should put some effort into getting his Psi D so that he can just like work on rehabilitating abandoned humans that don't have social norms.
Are you out of the normal? Do you want to get reintroduced into society? Have you been locked in a dungeon for thousands of years? Well,
Bob's
come
gonna
on
start-
down.
Bob started taxes, and now he's starting a private prison complex.
No, not the private prison
Yet.
complex. It would actually be cognitive behavioral therapy.
Bob the therapist.
Exactly.
Bob the Rebuilder.
You know, I like that. Bob the
You broke
Rebuilder.
him. You broke
love
him. I
that.
heard it. I
That's
heard it in his
fantastic.
voice.
That is so good. All right, I'm gonna be right back.
I'm gonna go look for snacks.
Yeah.
I'm home alone.
I'm gonna
AFK
get
screen.
Oh.
some water. I'm gonna switch to this one so that I have an AFK screen too.
Everybody's gonna be able to still hear what's being said though, so just so you're
Yep.
aware.
I'm just gonna chill
Gonna get
and work
some
on
water.
my swill.
How the heck do I open jars? Alright.
Roxanne, if you're going to be doing that kind of stuff, you really need to meet your mic.
I wasn't expecting one here yet. How do I open this jar?
Well, I did say that like the stream could still hear everything that was going on in here.
Oh. I lost
I
the
have
mute button.
returned.
Welcome back. I'm also back.
Hi, back.
The people of this land, they will face my wrath.
I'm trying to open a jar. It's
How's
not
it
going
going?
well.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Some jar-related problems, some key-related problems. It sounds
Doesn't
like
want to
It was a
become
bottle
a
opener.
jar.
some
I opened it.
bottle opener-related problems.
No, I'd use the twist cap. And now where's my scissors? Snip, snip,
I
snip.
can't believe it's almost time to play D&D for another like 20 minutes. We spent 2 hours in one of the. It's gonna take a while to hang out at Marmalade.
Oh yeah, no, like we're going to be here for a bit exploring the city. I feel like.
Welcome to
We're gonna
session
roll up in the
43.
city
We
just
are
like 40.
now exploring. We are now finally talking to
We
Oobleck
finally
in
made
the
it
All
out
Roads
of the
Inn.
Bouncing Badger Inn.
We are
Yeah, like,
finally
this
on
is a
our way to
city ma-
talk with Oobleck.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen similar like city maps, at least of this size, wherein they have contained entire campaigns. Like that's why this is so
Right.
impressive for me, is that like I'm not sure if we're gonna be using Marmalade as our main like story hook area, or if this is just gonna be someplace we're passing through, but like
Tristan
Well, it
doesn't
gets
have
to
a life.
exist, which means I get to use this campaign setting more.
exactly. We are forcing we're forcing Tristan to actually build out his world.
By going to separate parts of it.
Exactly.
That we become big and famous, and then Tristan can release his maps at a marked up price because he's a streamer.
I say we leave the Firekite Islands entirely and actually just move to a different part of the continent.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else. Why would we even stay here?
I say we ran a siege on Purple City just because of those guards.
Let's just follow the coast on the left, and like as far away from Ugly Island as possible. Let that whole situation sort itself out, and we'll just go to a different port somewhere.
Well, with everything in mind, you've
With all of that in
Let's-
mind.
let's play Dungeons and Dragons again. Oh my!
Dungeons and Dragons.
As you
I just
finish
realized-
up at the Bouncing Badger Inn, you probably have a couple more hours if you want to go, like, try to shop places, look for stuff to buy, or otherwise if you want to go
Shopping?
proselytize, I suppose. is
Magic
Bob's-
shop. Magic shop.
I was gonna say, like, you guys can head to the magic shop if you want. I trust Roxanne to be there to describe the proper value of money to Rogue.
I read too many books on this. I made my own.
Walks up.
currency.
Hey,
It's
how
gonna
much is that sword back there? It's 1,000,000 gold coins. Okay.
Bob may split off to go to the College of Magics to start talking to the Bard division about setting up some sort of
Bob.
like work study thing for the bouncing banjo in.
I can guide
Okay.
Rogue on how to use money. Trust me, I made my own currency.
So I think we're gonna figure out. We're gonna do. I don't know how. Okay. Let's do Bob's. I bet we could do Bob's quick because I don't think we need talking to the bureaucracy of a college to be a whole thing.
It could be though.
Unless you want it
It
to.
could be.
So this
Uh,
really
on
cool
how-
place.
It
Could
depends
you
on how
make
much
me-
they decide to give me.
Yeah, could you make me 3 persuasion checks?
Okay.
We'll do Bob's thing first, because Bob would get there while you two are on the way. Bob,
That is
you're
a
a
21,
menace.
a 22, and then a critical for 30.
Bob, you stride into you walk this campus and you see some like official looking people in like these
Level
like these like warped blue yellow robes that are kind of like this like swirl of color. They look kind of official. One of them's got like a circlet around their head. One of them's got like this big staff, and they walk into this building and look like they're going to like have a meeting or something, and you just follow them. And you are just talking. You walk in, and like everyone else like looks like they're like first order of business, and one of them gets up to a podium, and you just kind of walk up behind, tug on him, like look at everyone, stand up at the podium, and just present this pitch to start. It's just an extracurricular activity for an attempt to earn extra
For
points
the BARD
toward-
program to implement a practicum so that they can earn credits toward graduation by playing in the real world in settings such as the Bouncing Banjo Inn, which is located just a hop, skip, and a jump from the College of Magics.
And they're asking questions. They're like, "Do you already have this confirmed? Is this a thing? Who are you?" And you're answering all these. You are giving them just what they want to hear. And you I feel like you don't even need to like answer some of the questions. They're like, "Who are you?" And you're like, "I'm a representative of the Bouncing Banjo." And so eventually,
How did you get in here?
Not even that.
I walked in.
I am a bard formerly affiliated with the Bouncing Banjo Inn and several other locations around Marmalade.
He pulls out what instrument out and just starts playing, and it just adds extra convention. Like here's a demonstration of what they could be doing.
They're buying it. They're into this idea. It's good. It's going well. You can see you start to like talk, and you can see like a tear run down one person's eye. They're so inspired by this idea. There's a human man. You can see he is like clenching a harmonica like very tightly, like he is so ready to go like do this, even though like he's clearly like a professor or something. Like he doesn't even need this, but he's like, maybe I should go and like just like go spread bardic magics to the people. Like he is ready to do this. And
You could make a cult or a commune so easily. So easily.
Everyone here is so moved, and they're ready. At the end, they're like, "Do you want like an assistant professorship or something here? Like, you're clearly like you do this for a living. Are you looking for a job? What do you do?"
No, my passion is the
Unfortunately-
craft.
Unfortunately, I'm part of a ship's crew as their resident bard and or lawyer. It's complicated. But
We can offer you a 300 gold piece yearly salary.
I made that in a
that is a
day.
very generous offer. Unfortunately, I do have prior commitments. However, I would be open to occasionally guest speaking at the College of Magics if you would like me to.
Okay.
guest speaker, guest lecturer, whenever I am in town.
And I suppose as you like end your speech and all these questions
Would
end,
any of you like to join the lizards?
they just everyone just stands up and begins to give a round of applause. It's a full standing ovation for your pitch for
Jesus.
extracurricular.
Yeah, like I just imagine this being a montage of like Bob just speaking authoritatively at the pulpit.
You got
like,
a 30.
occasionally stepping away for like a portion of a one-man show being put on like, at the meeting, like, with a dramatic death scene.
It's the entire
pointing at
opening
different,
to
like,
Up, but like
diagrams
with
drawn in
Bob.
chalk.
It's the entire
What was
opening
this-
to
and
Up,
then
but with
before- I
Bob.
imagine Bob might ask, so what was this meeting about anyways?
I mean, we know what it's about now.
We were just coming in here to discuss the
What
schedule
was
for
the
the
meeting
lunch.
originally even about?
We were just going to get our lunch orders in, but this is so much better.
There was some research opportunities. The Grand Hunt is coming up. So many things, but now this is their main focus of the entire.
Oh, mamma mia.
Jesus Christ.
You can see, like as you're leaving, like there's like a human. There's like 3 humans walking, and you see one of them goes, "Oh my gosh, is that Bob the rebuilder?"
As you're walking out of the school, they all just start chanting, Bob, 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 Bob.
Oh my god, this has turned into like a fucking college frat movie.
You got a 30. I don't know what to do.
This is just the fucking one movie with Jack Black where he has to save the music program. He just walks in, it's just like, let's reorganize this school for the kids, for the music.
Okay.
Bob
Well,
will look
meanwhile,
directly at the College of Eloquence teacher and give him a knowing nod once he's done.
Bob has too much power, and I'm glad he's not using it for evil yet.
Yeah.
Well, the only evil he's done is to make it so your life is a living heck.
Well, as
So-
Bob does that,
So, Rogue,
Jibble
there's a
Job,
currency.
Roxanne, Kelly, and
Currency.
Rogue.
So 100 copper pieces equals 1 silver piece. 100 silver
100 copper
pieces.
pieces?
Yes. 100 copper equals 1 silver.
That
100
rings
That's
silver
a
right.
lot
equals
of
1
copper.
It's 10. It's
Wait,
10.
oh, it's 10?
I just assumed you were purposefully lying to
Kelly's like-
Rogue.
I was like, it's actually a 10 copper
Oh,
pieces.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Even I know that.
Sorry, you're right. I got confused with the unit of measurements.
Wait. 10? Copper's worth so much more than I thought.
Yeah.
Like 10
10
times as
copper
much.
Equals 1 silver. 10 silver equals 1 gold. 10 gold equals 1 platinum. 10 platinum equals. I don't know. I haven't gotten that high.
What would how do they up the coins? Like, Can
It's
you just,
an
like,
exchange
is it like
value.
transmutation?
No.
What kind of magics are these?
It's more using our hands. It's
Okay.
I guess component magic. I guess. I mean,
I would just
you
like to
usually go
remind
to a-
everyone, Rogue has no idea what a fucking bank is.
I was about to say you usually just go to the bank and we'll exchange money. That or like when you buy stuff, they'll
Aye.
exchange it.
The bank. Good. Aye.
Is there a bank on the way?
Is there a bank on the way? You are walking through the rich part of town. Yes,
There's
there's
like
a bank
3
on the way.
on the same street
I'd
corner.
just like to stop and go in our. You don't know what a bank is, Rogue? All right, we'll just stop in here for a second.
I know what a bank is.
Then point
What
at
is
the
this
bank.
place?
It's there. It says so on the sign. See right there. BANK. Bank.
Okay.
That's
What
a
do they
bank.
do at banks?
Mm-hmm. I know what a
What
bank
do they
is.
do there?
You're at
What
the
is it?
merchant district's first bank.
Hey, what do they do at banks, Rogue?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know.
I never said that.
You
I'll
didn't
put you
say
up here, not
anything,
here.
so therefore you don't know.
I was collecting
I
my
am a
thoughts.
woman rogue.
It's a deep
You can't
philosophical.
gaslight me.
It's a deep philosophical question. I mean, what do they do at a market?
Sell sell goods and
But
services.
it's so much more than that.
Rogue, it's okay to admit that you don't know stuff. I know you're just a baby.
I don't be liking this kind of dynamic.
I don't like being gaslit as well.
It's not gaslighting. It's lying. There's a
I don't like
difference.
being. I'm pretty sure that was gaslighting right there.
Bob does it all the time.
Yes, there. I would appreciate it, Rogue, if you didn't lie to me.
I will try my best.
I appreciate that, and I'll try my best as well. That's all I could ask for. All right, so this is a bank. They store money there, and they will exchange money.
Isn't
Now
that
we
what
can
a,
leave.
isn't that what a market does? Like they've got
No,
money stored there because whenever
market-
you buy something, they
market
always seem
will
to have change,
exchange-
and they exchange the
Well, it's
money
'cause
for
they
stuff.
They hold on to a small amount. Usually, it's like there's the amount they make from the day's work, and they have to store it there. They don't just like make a sale, then run to the bank and then run back.
Why
They
would
just
I
store it
want to
there.
put my money in the bank? Then how am I going to spend it?
Well,
What's
normally
the
if you have
point of a
surplus,
bank?
to keep the money safe? Also,
But
money
wouldn't
banks
it be-
will make you a small interest every like quarter for storing their money there. Because in order for the bank to loan people money, they use your money, so you store your money there. And
So the bank uses my money. They're not just storing it.
but then they store it, they use it,
So-
and then they pay you for letting them to use your money and store it there.
But why would
So
I
you
want the
make
bank
money.
to use my money if I want to use my money?
Because then it'll make you more money. Because still
But I can just go and make money at like a job.
I know. I'm saying banks are good. Banks are good ways to store money. There's
But,
better
like-
ways to use your money and
like,
store it.
why would my money be safer in a
you should
bank?
invest
This
your
town
money
is
into
under
the stock.
siege.
You should invest exactly. We should invest in the military here. Since they're under siege, we should invest in weapons.
Like I
When
feel
there's
like
a
my
giant
money is
supply
much
to
more
need.
protected on
Is
me.
there a stock market on the way there?
This has gotten so out of hand.
The stock market does not exist, I think, at this level of technological advancement.
Exactly, Rogue. It's
Have
better
the
instead
banks
of storing
gone
your money in
public
the
yet
bank.
on the stock market?
Rogue, instead of investing money in the bank and storing it there, that's usually it's just a safe way to place it because they'll if that your money's stolen from there, they'll give you your money back no matter what. So the better
But
way
how
to
would
have
they
your
give it
money
back if
make
it
you
got stolen?
I don't know. I don't really care. I don't work for a bank. I just know like the general concept. I just know that I read enough books to know that we should make use our money to make money.
How would they give it back if it's stolen? I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah. All right, bro. So what we should do, what the best thing to do would be invest in your money. So like we could buy buy stores and stuff and make more stores
But-
so that
But
they
how
make
would I
us money.
run a store? I have no business acumen.
Exactly. We should
You
just
don't
steal.
you have infinite money. You don't have to. The bank
Yeah,
will
we
just
don't-
give it to
I
you.
don't know. We don't have to worry about it, Rogue. See, we're part of the select few. We're part of like the 1%. Even the 1% of the
Upper
1%.
echelon game.
I
Yeah,
don't
see,
like
Rogue,
this feeling.
We
I don't
steal
like
the
it.
money from the poor and we keep it for ourselves.
I don't like the way you're describing this.
I know it's a horrible system.
Can I go
That's why I
spend some of
hate-
that money and boost the economy,
Yes.
please?
Yes,
I would like to go
this is
to the
why
magic
I hate
store.
capitalism, Rogue.
to Anders Reliquary.
Rogue, see, this is why I hate capitalism.
Rogue
It's
is
a
getting
messed
so
up system
disillusioned.
it steals money from the poor. We should be
Bastardization
instead
arc.
circulating the money back into the economy and the community to better it for the people. What
no,
do you
we
got?
should spend it
Cashier?
on magic items.
What do you got there, magic boy?
You walk up to Anders Reliquary. It is this 2-story circular building. It's like a T-shape entrance with a big circle in the back. That looks like it's the actual shop. And so as you enter this entrance part, there are a bunch of little knickknacks, baubles, like glass and stone and wood, carved objects of different kinds, just random little things to buy, almost like a gift shop for the actual shop. Just in these two like corridors as you walk in, and then you look down into this big. It's like a cylinder going up 2 stories, where the middle is hollow, so you can see up to the upper story, and the walls are just lined with different items, different, basically different sparkly things.
Dang
As you go in, and you can
architecture.
see there in the center of
Oh.
all this, in the center of this cylinder on the lower floor, there is a
Well,
circular like
everything the
kiosk with
light
a
touches could be yours. You have a
there
lot of money.
there is a very tan halfling man with like sunglasses and like there's a surfboard
Does he
just
have
kind of
a
propped
mohawk?
in the kiosk. No, well, I mean, it would be a mohawk if it was up. He's just got like a center.
Mullet?
A center part?
No, he's got like the center part of his hair like a mohawk, but it's just flopped down on one side.
Oh,
You can see
fuck, what's
just
it called?
this very tan skin, just black hair. Uh, you can see there's a in his flopped mohawk thing. There are flowers kind of placed in it, almost like they've been. As you kind of get closer, they're actually metallic, and they're like kind of what would you call them? Hair bands in his hair, hair clips clipped into his hair of these different metallic flowers, and this just wearing like just a very loose
Doesn't he
fitting
look like he works here?
like tie-dye shirt and just these very baggy cargo pants,
Is
and
that
he's in a
Anders?
hammock, which is like there is a hammock set up in the middle of this kiosk, and he's just laying there asleep, just snoring as you walk in. Just
My eyes are drawn to him, so I feel like he's a very important plot point.
there's no one else in the shop as you walk in. Kind of wake up, clears his throat, like rubs his eyeballs, looks out into the shop, goes, "Oh, hey,
Aye,
what you doing here? You here for some magic stuff?
aye,
Here
we
for
be
some
looking
cool
for the
stuff?"
magic
Yeah, we're
stuff.
here to look.
Hi, I'm
you got?
Ander, and who might you be?
I be Rogue Blades.
I be Roxanne.
And who are your friends? You guys are a motley crew.
This is
Got,
Kelly, and this is fuck. I
Jibble
Can't
Jop.
remember names. Oh my god,
Jibble
Jibble Job.
This be Jibblejob.
That's some sweet names. Let's okay. He kind of
You know, we're
sits
just
up,
here to see
stretches
what you
out his
got.
back, pulls on his arms up in the air, gets himself fully like stretched out, and hops out of the
You like
hammock,
surfing?
walks around the kiosk. Yeah, I was doing that. I was yeah, sometimes you just gotta take a bit of a chill day, you know. You just go out and just you
Shop and
know,
not get attacked by giant void creatures
yeah,
or giant flying rocks that come from the sky and try to kidnap you.
yeah.
Enough of that.
You've had some
Oddly
adventures.
specific, but yeah,
Yeah.
exactly that actually.
Well, you can kind of look around. What are you looking to get into? I'm a bit. I collect stuff. I'm the local enchanter of
You're the local
sorts. Not all of it, but most of it.
rogue. He's like cantankerous Kyle.
Yeah, I'm kind of low on weapon inventory right now. So if you're looking for something in particular, just let me know. But you can see he's like he like talks with
He's
his
like-
hands too.
he's
But
like
he does like a
cantankerous Kyle,
peace
but how to
sign
shop.
constantly with his hands, and he's just kind of shaking it like in front of himself, like he's just kind of rattling off the
Just vibing.
stuff. Yeah.
Just vibing in the cut, dog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got it.
You have any good tools to like any good magic item for combat or making stuff?
Oh, I got. Well, I can make. I got you. You want to lit? I could like. Okay. Let me get you some. Let me show you some stuff. He kind of walks you around a bit. He's like, so this is my big thing. This is my big thing. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to move right now. Pulls out. It's a. It's a vase, like an egg vase, right? So there's like a bottom half and a top half that kind of pops off. Sometimes called a sensor.
Like
It
a Russian
is-
nesting doll, but without the face.
Yeah, it's this kind of a like a shimmering opaque glass. You can see it's got like these sort of like wind designs all around it. It's like this red and
That
purple
is a
glass with these
very large
white
egg
and
cup.
yellow winds over it. It's got this this very intricate silver chain coming off the middle to hold it up with. And you can see as he kind of is holding it by this chain, there is a light sort of like almost like this almost see-through, just like air falling out of it. And he goes, and this is a sensor of controlling air elementals. It's it'll let you make an air elemental to help you for a bit.
Does it come with the air, or is that sold separately?
It does come with the air. It does.
Okay, okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's yeah, this it's I'm looking for 7,500 gold pieces for this thing. Yeah. He puts it down as he shows you it. And
Price range.
let's
Oh,
over here I got this. He pulls out a it's a metal rod with like a horse in like armor, like the top half of a horse in armor on either end of the rod, almost like a short staff or something. And he goes, this is an immovable rod.
Seems pretty movable.
Well, this you can he kind of holds it out in the air and turns one of the horses, and he lets go of it, and it just floats in the air.
Huh.
He goes, yeah, that's really hard to move. Yeah.
Does it keep
That's
its
real cool. I'm looking
inertia?
for
How does that work?
I'm looking
I'm
for
on a
750 gold pieces
planet.
for
Wouldn't it
that,
just
and
tear through if there's a rotating Earth?
he
Does it
he
keep it?
unturns it and
Maybe
puts
it's
it back
bound to
on
the gravitational pull.
the
Yeah.
counter, and then he goes, and
Does it
last
sound
thing's this
relatively
thing.
delicate?
He pulls out a long wooden staff whose it's got like carvings of snakes intricately made along the entirety of the staff, and it's kind of just this gnarled, bendy, just mess of wood. And he goes, "This it looks like a walking staff, but this is actually a staff of the python. And this thing, you can activate it, and it'll turn into a python. Yeah, it'll help you a bit." And he kind of holds. He goes, "I'm not gonna activate it though, because it's only a couple uses.
Mm.
Aye, that's
That's
fair.
1,000 gold pieces." Yeah, and if you're looking for any like just some slightly enhanced, just +1 magic items like swords, I got like long swords, spears, I got daggers and
Ooh,
crossbows and
if I
arrows.
get a +1 rapier here, then you can use that. You can use your +1 slot for something else.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to change it to the +2 one.
that's fair. Do you have any +2 rapiers or +1 rapiers?
Well, I don't have one right this second. If you gave me about a week, I could make you a +1 rapier. If you gave me about 2-3 months, could get you a +2 one. It'd be really expensive, but I could do it.
I don't think
The
we're
+1 will be about 500 gold pieces. Plus, I'd need a rapier to enchant.
That's fair.
I
Well,
don't think we're
Yeah.
gonna be here long enough.
I do not think we're gonna be here long enough for that. So possibly some sort of cool ring, maybe.
Yeah, do you have anything that could help with
Cool
like
ring.
creating stuff or building things? Maybe like
Well, like
magic
you can
tools?
create like a snake or like elementals, I guess. But like,
No, I'm trying to like build stuff on
I've
my
also got
ship.
potions of healing if those are what you're looking for. But
No, I'm trying to like
well,
build stuff on my ship, so like magic tools would be cool.
magic tool like hmm.
Or like to repair stuff as well.
That's well, I guess I could enchant a set of tools if you've got them. It's probably take me about a week, but I could do similar enchantment to like a weapon.
Hmm. That does sound interesting. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna be here for a week. I actually don't. We forgot to ask Captain Alley how long we're gonna be here for.
That is true. We should absolutely ask how long we are going to be in port.
Yeah, let's stop by the ship before.
Yeah,
we
you
find the
should
band.
do that. That sounds like a helpful thing you could do.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
kind of rings do you have, enchanted or otherwise?
Well, I've
Is
got a
there
lot of
any
not
in
enchanted
particular?
rings. If you want,
Any cool
I know there's
necklaces?
next door. You could check with the jewelers as well. They probably have a couple rings.
Oh, all right.
They're not really. They're not necessarily specialized in magical stuff, but
Just a ring
might
or
have
like
some.
some sort of band or like a necklace,
Necklace,
something
tiara,
something,
earring,
with
Well,
a
if
nose
you're just looking for
piercing.
any, like, you could
something
look through the
with an
trash case if
attunement,
you
you
want.
know? Something with an attunement.
You definitely want magical. I'm hearing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't have anything magical on me right now of that sort, but yeah, I'd check with the jewelers next door, see if they have anything.
All right.
All right.
If
well,
that's what
thank
you're
you.
looking for.
Yeah, we're looking for like magic items.
I may
I
come
mean,
back for
that's-
that Python staff
Yeah.
though. If I
Yeah.
if I remember, but thank you so much for showing us your items.
Well, yeah, I hope you have a great day.
And I hope you catch some
Uh,
gnarly waves.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
pop over to the jewelers.
Have a
I
good
guess.
day. Goodbye. He's back asleep before you're even out of the shop.
Did he make it into the hammock?
Mostly. Kind of
He's-
hanging out of it a bit.
Got 1 foot hanging down.
He's a chill guy.
How long is
You guys had-
Czar there in the doing his thing?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe you might either want to buy stuff or actually order some stuff, which means
We don't know how long
lot
we're in
longer.
port.
That's fair. You can ask. You can always stay and have him pick you up later.
No, I was wondering how long Czar was in the College of Magic convincing them.
Longer than you were in Anders Reliquary, definitely.
Okay.
We could probably get through the
Huh?
entirety of talking with the jewelers as well, and then Bob could show up.
Yeah, so you guys head into this little jewelry store next to Anders Reliquary. They are selling lots of, like, if you're looking for a specific ring or to get a ring made or some sort of jewelry, absolutely doable. You're looking for specifically magic stuff. You go in and ask about it. Could I have one of
Yeah.
you make me a persuasion check?
Persuasion. I absolutely would
ask
love to make
around for
that. Would you give me advantage, Roxanne, with a little bit of a pep talk?
Where's your
Maybe.
magic rings?
Okay, I'm gonna roll now. Is that advantage or is that
Where
no
are your magic
advantage?
You got any magic
I
rings?
need
here?
to know, DM.
Roll persuasion. Just
Just normal
Where are
persuasion.
they?
All right.
Where are the rings?
Give me the rings. Give me the rings.
That's gonna be a 24.
Yes, there is a human woman in there with another human man kind of in the corner.
Running
Looks
out,
like
I
he
start
might be just
shaking
there
him.
for like
No.
he starts shaking him.
We robbed the whole store.
Oh no.
It's a literal
Sell it back
shakedown.
to them.
I hold them up by their ankles and I shake out all the rings, all the enchanted rings from their
Jibble
pockets.
Job could
Tell me all the
grab
rings.
them.
Tell me all the rings right now.
Jibble Job could grab them both and shake them down.
I don't think you want to do that in the middle of a city.
No,
but
I'm good. I
okay.
don't. I'm just gonna buy something.
This woman goes, "Ooh,
Most intrusive thoughts
well,
are real right now.
They really.
I'm
are.
thinking
It's
if you're
late.
looking for magic rings, I have, and I don't do this for quite everyone, but I've got two things you might be looking for. Now, they're a bit on the pricier side, I will say in advance. I have a ring of protection, and I have a ring of fire resistance. Now, both of those are going to run you about 10,000 gold pieces each.
That would be 100 platinum.
Be more than
1,000
100
platinum.
Oh, 1,000
That's-
platinum.
That's a little steep right now.
I don't
my
know.
amount of
Yeah,
money.
I don't remember how much gold I have.
I've got about 55,000, 5,500.
I have 36
about-
platinum.
So about half of what I would need to actually buy.
That sounds really good. Especially that protection with how much I'd like to run in.
What was the second one? It was a band of shielding or a ring of shielding?
No,
A
Ring of Fire.
a ring of protection, and a ring of fire resistance.
Okay.
Wait, don't I have Band of Thunder resistance? Okay. There's a chance.
Fire resistance.
I
Resistance to fire
wish
damage.
Bob was here.
And a
Probably
ring
help with this.
of
But... Yeah.
one bonus
What's
to
the...
AC and saving throws. Oh, that's also those are super
Bob's busy. You greatest business pitch of
expensive
his
good
life.
rings. But I have nowhere. I have like half the amount of money they want. Can I like buy half a ring? No, that would break. They wouldn't cut a ring in half. It'd lose its magic.
They wouldn't cut the ring in half and use its magic.
Well, those are very powerful rings. They are a little bit out of my price range right
Yeah,
now.
resistance
I may
to
be back
thunder
for them.
damage while wearing this final ring.
Okay.
I could exchange. Do you think I could exchange this?
I like how
Thunder resistance
Rogue
for
went
protection?
from everything is very cheap to everything is very expensive in one building.
Rogue has had no idea what money even
There's
means.
no in between. It's you have realized it's like this is like a mansion, right? Like this is like a castle.
This,
like, this
money
ring,
thing is fucking made up. Somebody made this up and they're
Right,
trying to
like,
punk me.
This jeweler, right, is sitting on a castle that you rolled high enough for them to tell you that they are hiding that with them. Right? Like
I literally look so fancy and wealthy that they decided to tell me about these 10,000
He
gold piece rings.
jangles the platinum pouch
God
on the table.
Damn it. I don't have enough for either of them, but I do eventually
brain
want
thinks
them.
I
I'll
could
remember
sell
those
those.
I
later.
do want them.
I do want
Yeah.
them, but I don't have them. Is there like a credit thing we can work out? I make payments? No,
Rogue,
I
that's
know.
why you need a bank.
sailor.
Rogue, that's part of the bank. You give the bank stuff and you use money through the bank, and then they give you like a system of trust.
All right. It's very
Well,
late, and I kind of
yeah.
want to go to sleep.
I
so
think-
Can we...
So I think as Rogue has this existential crisis between a house costing 100 gold pieces and a ring costing
10,000
gold
gold
pieces.
pieces. You could buy 100
You can only
houses with
sleep
that
and
ring.
live in a house. The ring is life, dog.
The ring makes it so you get hit less.
I know.
Yeah.
That'd be really useful for me. especially
Either
since
one
I'm-
of them makes it so
Somehow-
you take less damage.
I'm somehow the frontliner
What?
now.
I think we're done. I think we finished up.
I think that's
think
it
we
for
did it.
tonight. All right. Is
Hi, Czar.
Orcish streaming?
Should we
How you
find
doing over there?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
Czar fucked up the whole college system. Czar invented a new
Okay.
thing. It's called
Orcish Fence is still
internship.
streaming Baldur's Gate 3. Should we
There's Hoy Jimmy.
just...
I rated Hoy Jimmy.
You're
Yeah, we
allowed
could
to
raid
raid
Orcish
Hoy Jimmy
Fence.
if you want.
I
I'm
rated
gonna
him
raid
yesterday.
Orcish Fence.
And you have someone else I'm gonna raid because they haven't streamed in a while and they're streaming now.
Good night, Mind's Eye in the chat.
Thank you all for
Alright.
watching. Watch you all for thanking.
Oh, I've got my raid going. Everybody join in.
Have yourselves a very merry little Christmas and a happy New Year, and I will see
Orcish
y'all next
Fence.
time.
How do you spell name?
Have a
Thank
good
you all
night,
for watching.
everybody.
Thank you over there. Have yourselves a merry little fish, but happy New Year. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop streaming.